Welcome to AtariAge Day 2025 Winter Edition. Oh my goodness, did we just do this?
I feel like we did.
I think we just did this. We're doing it again with all new games. Here they are, 10 new games from AtariAge. Look at them all. We're going to be unboxing all those. And not only unboxing them, we're going to be talking with the people who made those games and asking them some questions. And you can ask some questions too to them if you have any burning questions about these games. You just type it in the Twitch chat. Type in a question, all in caps, so we can see it in brackets. And we can ask your question. Hello, everybody live watching. We're going to be going through 10 games today. These games are in the AtariAge store for you to buy and get very, very soon. And we're going to be talking with all the developers. But off the top of the show, we're going to talk with the guy who puts all this together, who manages all this, who makes it happen, really, the hub of everything at AtariAge. We're going to be talking with Albert Yarusso. And let me just make sure that everything is good here before we bring him on, because the cats may have messed with something.
Interfered with
Caterfered with something.
Caterference? Hello?
Yes, it
hello,
happens.
the cats say hello. This is how they say hello, by interfering with the electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly. It's their way of contributing in a fluffy form.
Yeah.
There we go. That looks a little bit better.
Excellent.
So let's bring on Albert Yarusso from AtariAge. I'm going to adjust that, but not before we bring him on. Let me see, because it's a little off center on my screen, but that's easily fixable. Let's just do that. Is that better? No, that's not really better. Let's make it better here. Well, let's bring him on so we can hear him, and then I'll adjust where he is on the screen. Hello, Albert. How are you doing today?
Hi, James. Hi, Tanya. How you guys doing?
Good.
Oh, really good. We're very excited.
Good to see you again so soon.
I know. It's been such a short amount of time since Portland Retro Gaming Expo, where these games debuted, made their debut, which was very exciting to have a whole new batch of 10 games, and we're really excited to play them. Well, Tanya's going to be playing them. I'll be talking with the people, which is also fun for me.
Yes.
But Tanya doesn't have to talk at all, and she usually doesn't say much.
No, I don't. You got all the questions, so I get to just focus on the game playing, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all recovered? You're completely recovered from PRGE?
No, sorry. I'm trying to move my camera a little bit
Oh,
to get it
yep.
more centered.
That's
There's a
better.
nice delay between it. Anyway, no, not really recovered, because now we're just busy building games, because we've got orders from September and October for all these new titles.
That's true.
So that's where we're being. I've got someone here from Atari helping me today. Actually, for the whole week, we're just building a ton of games. That's just going to be a shipping frenzy after that.
nice.
These games, unlike in the past, were actually added to the store the same day PRG opened, which has never been the case. Usually it's been after the show. Either a month after or sometimes significantly longer than that, depending on how busy everything is. And I plan on doing that, in the future as well. And it'll be a little easier because future batches of releases, when they're associated with shows, will be much smaller. It won't be 10 games. It's not going to be 20 games. Maybe 5 or 6 games, 7 at most, or something like that. And we will be attending 3 different shows in 2026. Nice. We're going to do the Midwest Gaming Classic at the end of April. Then we're going to do the Classic Game Fest in Austin, Texas, which will be probably the only time I ever have a reason to go back to Austin. And then that's in July. And then, of course, PRG again in the fall.
Nice.
And then, in future years, we might even start going to smaller shows across the country. We're trying to make it easier to ship stuff to different shows. So I'm not having to do all that myself. And Atari's been a big help with that.
And then people can pick them up in person, which is great for people. It saves you shipping them. Well, you have to bring them with you, so it doesn't really save you shipping. It's a different type of shipping.
Right.
Saves them cost of shipping, so that helps.
Yes. And if by shipping you mean I get in a truck and I drive 2,400 miles to PRG, which happened this year, even though we didn't the LTL, the less than truckload freight company, totally screwed us over as far as they moved up the time that they were going to pick up 2 pallets from my place and then drop them off at Portland, like literally just the day before the show, which was not going to work. So
just
I ended
in time
up
delivery.
last minute. Yes, I had to cancel my flight and rent a truck at the last minute and drive it all the way to Portland and back. Let me tell you, that's not a ton of fun, especially the way there, because I had to do it in as quickest amount of time possible to get there in time. But in the future, except for Midwest Gaming Classic, which I don't mind driving because that's only 5 hours away, which is about as long as it would take to fly, considering travel time to the airport, waiting on a freaking plane in the airport and all that stuff. And that's not bad. But anything else, no, we'll be fine. We have a central warehouse where we're putting all this stuff. There's actually literally there's 2 pallets there already that each have 12 Commodore 1702 monitors in them. We'll be doing the same thing with another pallet that's got 6, and then a bunch of game systems and the power supplies and everything else associated with them. And then, a whole box is set up for things that are, we need pretty much every show, or pallet, I should say. And it should get a lot easier going forward. And then hopefully don't have to drive again next year to Portland. I've still yet to fly into that airport. I've never flown into Portland.
Well, we did that this year.
It was a lovely airport.
It's quite nice. It's a little under construction, but by next year, it's going to look amazing. I'm sure it looked really good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked someone up last year, and it was just a mess. Especially the main area where all the check-in areas for the different airlines. That was just a mess. It looks nice now, though.
Yeah. So it's been a while since there's been 2 batches of releases from AtariAge in the same year, bringing the total to 27 games made available in the store just this year. I think we're spoiled for choice now for all the incredible games that have come out. Can you talk a little bit about this batch of 2,600 and 7,800 games that made their first appearance at PRGE?
Yeah, this is the first time it was probably just 2,600 and 7,800 games. And again, it was a more modest release. Magic Pockets for the Jaguar is coming. But we were able to get the everything completed in time for that. And plus, we got to make sure the game is actually, you get all the way through the end of it. Because the last level in that game is really notoriously difficult.
I was a beta tester on that, and that game is challenging. I couldn't do it all in one go. I had to skip levels and use secret codes to get past things. But it's a challenge. It'll give you a lot of gameplay, let's say.
Well, assuming we can get a tester to actually video the recording of finishing it. The packaging is coming along really great. William Thorpe, who does pretty much all the Jaguar packaging for us, has done a splendid job with that packaging. It looks really nice, really sharp. So hopefully within a month or 2, that'll be in the store as well. So that'll bring it to 28 for this year. And that'll, obviously there's a lot of reasons that happened where all those games got added to the store in a relatively short period of time, and that sure as hell is not going to happen again like that. And there'll be a lot more focus going forward. And smaller batches allow us to more easily publicize each game individually. And Atari themselves, we're working through, I'm getting into the whole process of, how we send out emails to the Atari.com, Atari's email list, which is enormous.
I have a question about that, because Bernie and the Tower of Doom, one of the new games that we'll be unboxing today, was highlighted in a promotional email from Atari on Friday, which was awesome.
Yeah, and again, that's the first one.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about Atari's support of AtariAge now and the developers?
Yeah, we're putting basically a whole go-to-market plan for games from AtariAge, similar to what they do for digital clips and Atari's own games and Night Dive, stuff like that. So they'll have access. The marketing team will have access to all the assets for the games, like all the vendors and printed materials. So they can look at them and develop copies for them. And then we'll be putting stuff into social media, like set up social media posts, which Atari will then schedule. They'll also be helping with AtariAge social media, get more active on that as well. Because right now it's pretty stagnant. Because I just don't have a lot of time. And we're also going to have, Atari's first full-time employee, hopefully pretty soon.
Nice.
That's the person who's here helping me today. So we're just figuring out if that's going to be a part-time position, full-time. And that's going to free up an immense amount of time for me to do a lot of fun stuff with the store, with developers, making improvements to the main Atari database, which is something Atari wants to see happen as well. Possibly working with Moby Games on that sort of thing, and possibly using their API for the database, and we want to get all the homebrew games in Moby Games as well. So that's another fun thing we're doing. There's so many fun things now. The Last Chance stuff is behind me. There's a lot of catch up that's happening right now. That's why all those games got into the store. And just trying to improve things, trying to promote promotion games, both from the Atari side and of course Atari getting involved in that, and they're really eager to do that. we're going to start, selling games, selecting, the cream of the crop, and getting those games published directly through Atari.com in the same way that Atari published their own games. There's things like Burn or EXO or Rieseg, Strikes on Bowling, not Last Strikes Bowling. That's another
Different game.
Yeah. There's so much potential because there's, obviously just an incredible amount of talent in the classic gaming community putting these titles out. And then the Intellivision Sprint, adds another variable to that as well.
It sure does, yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Just need to get all these orders out for these games. We're working towards a small batch of releases for Midwest Gaming Classic. And that booth would be, this year the booth was pretty modest because it was the first time attending that event for us. Next year it'll be even bigger than the PRG booth was this year. Because that's a massive show. Well worth attending for anyone who's never been there. It's square footage wise, it's larger than PRG, and it's 3 floors of this massive convention center. And then there's probably twice as many attendees. Upwards of 30,000 people go to that show, versus maybe 15 for PRG. So it's a huge event. And I hadn't been there since I've personally been there since 2005 and 6. A lot of people that live in the area, came up. I hadn't seen them in 20 years. So it's really cool to have people come up, and see them again after so long in person. And doing the Austin show would be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about going to these conventions is seeing the people that you maybe only see online or see so infrequently, like you said. It's like these conventions are a gathering place for enthusiasts. And
absolutely,
And you mentioned about the Atari promoting games, but how are you able to keep on top of all the games in development? Like, people post about them in the AtariAge forums, and how do you drill down to find the ones that you do want to release through AtariAge? What is your general process for knowing which ones are going to be like the ones that people are going to be wanting to buy?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just looking at the games as people post them, and people post threads on AtariAge, or sometimes people just write me directly. Sometimes I might see something on Facebook or social media, and then contact those people. But I think it looks like an interesting game, and it really helps when people post demos of games as well. Even if it's early on, you can kind of get a feel for, hey, this is going to be a lot of fun. Especially as it continues to develop. And I may not say anything initially, and't I'll subscribe to the thread or something, or wherever they're posting about it. Just keep tabs on it. And see what happens as it develops. And I don't want to look at every game and say, oh yeah, we should publish it through AtariAge. So definitely, I have to be selective about that. I try to choose, the games I think have good replayability. They're obviously fun to play. Can there's also things, what kind of features that can two people play? Do they use some kind of unique controller, like do they use paddles or trackball?
Right.
Or can 4 or 8 people play? Things like that. And even the architecture, some of these games are getting huge. Like Rieseg is 256K for the 2600.
Huge.
Bernie and EXO are 512K games. The same thing with Drone Patrol, 512 games. The games are just getting bigger and bigger. Fantasia for the 700 is going to be a 1 megabyte RPG. By Bruce Rubber Pope. That's an enormous game. And it's very aggressive in trying to generate all that content for an RPG. So I hope they're successful at it. So I'm looking forward to that. And someone else is doing an RPG now as well.
Oh, great!
So it's just crazy. But it's a lot of just keeping your ear to the ground and just watching, as people talk about games. And then and also your streams help a lot because you guys look at every single thing. You see everything. Yeah.
Everything.
And you go through and you play the games and try to learn how to play them too. So it's really helpful. For that to see if you're struggling with it, see if you have fun with it, and get out and see how, if you guys are having fun playing it, if you offer feedback to the developers, things like that.
I think it's really helpful for me to know what kind of games are out there, playing them from scratch, starting, playing the 2-player games too, because those are difficult to, I see a lot of other streams and, they're just playing the 1-player version of it. So it's handy to have somebody to play the games with me and
kind
show
of play
off.
test the 2-player versions.
And I do a lot of beta testing of the game, so I get to see early versions of them as well. So I can kind of sense what are going to be hits, and I can almost get a vibe for what's going to be released through AtariAge, knowing that quality threshold that you're kind of looking for, knowing what you've released in the past and looking at what the game is coming up. But it's almost to a point where there's so many good games that it's like, Wow, which ones of the good ones are going to be released this time as opposed to next time? And there's just like a big backlog.
Yeah, the amount of throughput, the output from the community again, and not just output of really high quality games like you're saying is just remarkable.
Yeah,
it really is. And I don't want to say it's too much, but I mean it's definitely good because it keeps everyone busy. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I mean it's a ton of fun. I love playing the games, and I don't get to like there's still some games I just need to go all the way through that I haven't done that to. And it just takes time. And again, having someone to help me with AtariAge. Not having this massive pile of old games or last chance stuff above my head. Having that helps immensely. And again, having Atari getting more involved with a lot of doing the shows, publishing games through Atari.com will be pretty amazing. Helping with logistics for a lot of things. Getting someone else on board to help me. Basically working directly for me is going to be great. And then promotion too is a huge thing because Atari is a huge megaphone. I want to be able to developer spotlights on Atari.com as well to highlight developers. Like maybe a brief interview, text interview, or something with them, and then point to all those games in their store and talk about them. Just point directly to the store. So this first email that went out was an experiment just to see what would happen. When hundreds of thousands of people on Atari's mailing list suddenly learn about AtariAge, because there are the Venn diagram between Atari customers and AtariAge customers, while it does overlap, there's going to be a much larger segment that does not. And that's what people are trying to get to now. It's like, hey, you bought a 2600 plus, you bought a 700 plus. Here's some more games, that might interest you, and they all run fine on your 2600 plus, except for Attack the Petsy Robots, one or two others.
There's actually a question in the chat about that. How you deal with like the plus line of consoles and letting people know which games are. Well, at this point, is pretty much like which few games aren't compatible with the plus line. How are you working towards like informing people about which games are good to go on their systems, on their plus systems?
Well, I'm going to pretty soon put up for the few games that we know have issues, either controller issues or they just simply don't work, and actually putting a notice on those games stating they won't work with the 27 plus or 7M plus, or in some cases maybe they'll work on one of these but not the other. The 7M plus does have some minor improvements. What really helps Chris, who is Razor on AtariAge, he's the one of the principals who's been maintaining the firmware for these consoles. Beginning of last week, I actually sent him a package that has all 10 of those new games, so he can go through, test them, and I think most of them will work fine already with the latest firmware. But he's going to test them, and then those that don't work, like Rieseg is definitely going to be one that needs to work because it's a new bank switching scheme and it's a good larger game. Then he can update the firmware for those. So hopefully by the time most of the people get the games, they'll be able to download a new firmware update that immediately enables those games to work. So he's been a huge help with that. And also, trying to figure out problems individually with games if something that's not working quite right. Adding the Atari box support or safety support, I should say, was a huge thing. So that's really nice. And that makes, especially since you can't use an Atari box at this time, with the Plus console at all, being able to save them, have that support makes playing on games on those consoles be more compelling. And we'll continue doing that forward as new games are released. I mean, there's always going to be new games that have new bank switching schemes or for whatever reason aren't recognized by the dumper and trying to auto detect what's happening with that game. But thankfully, and again, we'll put notice in the store for any games that don't work. And the same thing in eBay. I'm going to be adding all these new games at the beginning of the year. All the new games, basically from 23, 4, and 5, will be added eBay and Etsy. And that'll drive a lot of traffic. That drives a lot of traffic to AtariAge for people who go to eBay, have no idea what AtariAge is, but they see these games. And then I include flyers with the packages and stuff to point people towards AtariAge, where they can get the games also for slightly less because eBay is pretty expensive to sell on.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea to put that stuff on eBay because people search for 2600 games on there and they may run across it and go, yeah, this is great. And it thwarts people reselling for crazy prices for no reason when they could just go to AtariAge and buy it for, half the cost. I just don't understand that. That's really weird.
And another thing with the 27 plus and 700 plus, one thing we're also going to do from Atari side is they're going to send an email to everyone who's bought anything 2600 plus related and say, hey, you have a 2600 plus or 700 plus, and point directly to Atari. So here's another source for a lot of great, original games that you can buy that work fine in your console. So they're all in on doing that. It's just a matter of we're just working through a plan to do this more consistently. So as new games come out, we can properly promote them well in advance. We can get copies of games to influencers and reviewers as well, so they can have videos ready to go when the games come out. And there's a lot of things we plan on that front. We'll be a lot more active on that in the new year.
That's awesome. And next year is 2026, 25th anniversary of AtariAge. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a special show for that for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, we need to figure out. We definitely need to do something fun for that because I can't believe it's been 25 years on that alone.
Just flies by.
Yeah, it makes me feel. It does. It's crazy to see, and that the retro gaming scene is as big as it ever was. Bigger, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when you have companies like Atari getting involved and bring a lot of attention to it. Just tons of people publishing games for these consoles, and just hundreds, if not thousands, of people developing games across all these old consoles and computers.
Oh yeah.
It just never ends. I mean, if I quit and retired now, I probably would never be able to go and just have time to even play those games, much less anything on modern consoles that I haven't played.
Oh, yeah.
For which I also have a huge list. Yeah.
I have a pile of games that I have to play, and I prioritize the Atari games first because of the show, right? But there's a pile when I retire to play. So we'll all be in our old folks' homes with our hearing aids and big thick glasses trying to play these old games that we didn't get to.
Exactly. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So we got to move on, and we're to the first developer. But thank you, as always, Al, for coming on and supporting ZeroPage and just doing everything that you do for the community, being the hub, and making this all happen.
Well, thank you for continuing to run ZPH after how many years? 8 years now, I think.
8 years, yeah.
7 or 8 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, again, the amount of time you guys spend playing games, bringing attention to games, games that might not have gotten much attention all otherwise, and just shining light on them is just amazing. And it's just an invaluable resource. And then the awards as well. Again, forcing people to go through and play these games, bring the cream of the crop, and people get to vote on them, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So again, you guys put a ton of time into this, and it's definitely appreciated.
Oh, thank you. And I love the couch compliant logo on the back, which us groaning and moaning, getting up and flicking switches. That most of that's gone now. Everybody's adopting everything can be done in the joystick, which is great. And the synergy between AtariAge and ZeroPage, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
And I think this is the largest percentage of games, I think this release that actually has that couch compliant logo on it as well.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's four out of 6 or 4 out of 7 of the 2,600 games. Yeah. 7,800 doesn't have any stuff like that too much, but yeah.
No, but they could.
Yeah, so they could. There's still switches on there they can do. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Al. And
you're welcome.
We're going to be talking with Cheesy Whiz, Michael Szabo, Axercise coming up next. So thanks, Al,
awesome.
And we will talk with you very soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Excellent.
Nice.
Always fun to talk with Al. We'll get Michael going over here. There we go. Oh, he's green. That's a good sign. Always a good sign. When he's logged in. People are prepared.
Yeah.
And, oh my goodness, thank you for gifting 5 subs, Nostalgic 26. That is so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love the support that the audience has of the show. It's always great. I'm going to wait till all these announcements are done before we bring on Michael.
Yeah.
I'll get the box ready. And I'll get my butter knife ready for opening it as well.
A must-have for all retro games.
If you want to open boxes nice and safely, get a butter knife and you just put it under the lid and you pop it open. No more creased lids.
Yeah.
It's excellent. Okay. So let's bring on Michael Szabo, Cheesy Whiz, to talk about his game Axercise. Oh. Is it finished announcing?
I think.
I don't know.
It might take a couple of seconds.
Might be one more. Let me just wait one more second.
Yeah. Thank you again, Nostalgic. That's
yes,
awesome.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so much.
gifting a bunch of subs.
Oh. And that is the last one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Welcome, Michael Szabo. It was great chatting with you at PRGE. Like I said to Al, it's always great to come together with the community and meet people face to face.
Yeah, I had a great time. You guys were awesome to hang out with.
Thank you so much. Axercise. Beautiful. Can you talk a little bit about the artwork Justin Morgan did and how much it carried over from the original release of Axercise over 25 years ago?
Yeah, so, Justin and I worked together, I don't know, 25 years ago on this game and another one. He had tons of art. And so all I had to do was just send him a message, send me your art files. He was totally into it. He did the art for it, character design, and the music. So he's an electronic musician. His performance name is Ruzuden on Spotify. But so he did the music for this, which I converted to TIA tracker and put in the game.
Nice.
The original is much more fun. It has voices and stuff like that. But this one, you can't do voices.
Well, you could use the Atari Vox. That's
I don't think it sounds so good, but yeah, maybe.
Not quite up to the quality that you were used to.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the kitty. What's your kitty's name for everyone?
This is Bowie. Bowie is named Bowie because he has 2 different colored eyes.
Oh, nice.
Adorable. Hello, Bowie.
And this
Sid
is my
and
son,
Atari
Oscar.
say
He
hi.
helps me with the game.
Oh, excellent. Hi, Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
There's another cat over there.
Yeah.
Off the screen.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Cats like sleeping, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Atari's asleep right down here. You can kind of see the edge of him.
I've got Sid in my lap here, so yeah.
So there's
cool.
the manual with great screen caps to tell you how to play the game. Excellent. So we're going to pop in the game so Ken, you can start playing it so people can see what it's all about. And we'll chat with you about Axercise.
Say hello.
Ready.
So you just opened the box. I thought you were playing the cartridge last time. I guess you were playing the ROM.
No, we play the actual cartridge. It sometimes
Nice.
embarrasses us when the cartridge is defective, but that's pretty rare, luckily.
Nice.
And looks like we're good to go on this one, so that's good. Let me just turn it down locally here and adjust the volumes so everybody can hear it nicely. There we go. So which one are you going to do? Are you going to do the easy?
I'll start easy.
Okay.
I always need to ease myself into games, so there we go.
So, Michael, Axercise has quite a history. Most notably being mentioned in the United States Congress during a speech about marketing violence to children. Oh, close your eyes and ears, Oscar. Which, like you've said in the past, is incredibly ironic due to there being zero violence in the game. Are you a fan of horror films, which looks like to have it's had a large influence on themes in the game? Oh,
Can't hear him.
Oh,
Can't hear him.
One second. Why can't we hear you? That is very, very strange. Oh, I know.
It's the cats. We blame the cats.
Yeah, it's mostly the cats. That's weird. We should be able to hear it. Let's go back to this. Say something right now, Michael? Oh, no, we can't hear you. Okay, I think I know how to fix it then. Great. It's probably the cat skin. Every technical issue, definitely blame on the cats. Okay, you should be back now.
Hello, testing. Can you hear me?
We're all good.
Excellent.
Okay, horror
Okay.
films.
Testing.
Yeah, I love horror films. I watched like 3 of them in the last few days. Rewatching. I watched Pumpkinhead a couple nights ago for the first time.
Oh, I haven't seen that
I
one.
never saw that one. Yeah, it's a weird one. But yeah, and I rewatched all of Jordan Peele's movies too because those are fantastic.
Oh yeah, so creative and like just modern. I love modern horror. The way modern horror is moving forward. Have you seen Weapons?
Yes, we watched that a couple weeks ago. That was a good one.
So
Oh
good.
yeah. In the middle of the night, mommy screamed.
Oh yeah, there was a jump scare in the movie. My wife screams.
Woke me up.
Yeah,
Well, it just shows she's enjoying them.
it made me realize that there was a time like for horror movies. I guess when I was in my 20s or whatever, it seemed like horror movies were more like a mystery, or there was more ambiguity. Like, is there something weird happening, or there's different ways to interpret it? And now it's not the case. Now it's like there is something weird happening, and you're just trying to figure out what that weird thing is. Like, was it Long Legs was like that, and Weapons was like that.
Yes,
But,
it slowly unveils the mystery of what is happening.
Yes.
You know it's bad. You know something's happening, but I do like the writing in modern horror films where it's not necessarily like in your face blood slasher. Yes, there's some blood like in Weapons, but I don't know. It's just that's more my style rather than
a slasher,
films.
the old 70s slasher films, lots of gore. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, Rosemary's Baby is one of my favorite movies, and that's not gory at all, right?
exactly. Yeah, it's more like it's a psychological horror,
yeah.
which is I think a lot more effective because after the film's over, you're still thinking about it. You're still thinking about the themes of what's going on.
Yeah, those are the best.
So Axercise has a completely unique look to it compared to a lot of other games with its large sprites, expressive smooth animations, and attention to detail with the dripping blood and doom and dorm. I love all that stuff you've added in. So most people will be surprised that this is your first Atari 2600 game with it being so slick. So what brought you to the Atari 2600 and what like documentations or tutorials did you use to familiarize yourself with like the architecture, limitations, and strengths of the platform?
Yeah, so I just remember, back in the 70s, my dad got an Atari 800. So, and this is when I was working on Apple IIs at school, typing in basic programs from magazines and all that. So I knew BASIC.
Yeah. And
he had an assembler cartridge for it, and I had the manual, and I was trying to understand it. I couldn't understand a thing about it. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. BASIC, I had no problem understanding. And, and I went on to learn JavaScript and Lingo and Flash ActionScript and all that. I made a lot of games professionally. That was my job for a while, making online games and theme park games. And then I don't know, I just got back to, I had a lot of free time because, we have rainy season here in California, Bay Area, where like 3 months are just rainy. We don't go outside.
Only 3
like,
months,
you
say.
Do?
We're in Vancouver. We get a couple more than 3, but we have much more time to program. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I just what am I going to do? And I found this series online, Ben Eater on YouTube has this series of building your own 8-bit computer from discrete components. So I learned how computers and CPUs work from doing that project. And so now assembly made so much more sense to me. I understood exactly what all these things were doing,
Yeah.
And so I decided I wanted to make an 800 game. And then I started learning a little bit about a 2600 and realized, why don't I go back to where it started and make a game for the hardest system that I can possibly make it for.
Pretty much. I think it's pretty close to one of the hardest systems. It's like, you draw on the screen as the processor does it. It's like, okay.
Yeah. But it's also so beautiful because you can work in one program, you work in code, hit one button to play and test your thing. You don't have to work with multiple files. It's so simple.
Yeah.
But challenging. And I went through, I started with like the 8-Blit series on YouTube and
that's a good
founded
series.
AtariAge forums.
Yep.
And I just went starting with the basics. All I wanted to do was get a little guy running around on the screen. And originally it was going to be this guy running around on the screen.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And then I'm like,
Still
why don't I
could
try
be.
making Axercise?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Does he have a red hat?
Probably.
Does Oscar have a red
I was
hat?
just going to say, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have a red hat? Are you the guy in the game?
Oh,
No.
no.
That's it's supposed to be a college student.
That's true. That's true. Maybe you'll grow into it.
I mean, and also in the front picture, the guy has a beard.
Oh, that's
I
true.
have a beard.
No, that's true. It's not you. No, and 2 earrings as well. There you go.
Yeah.
I almost gave up on this project at least 5 or 6 times. Like, I get to a point where I'm like, doing the next thing is just going to be so hard. Like, getting I don't know, gravity to work or whatever, and jumping to work. And I gave up. I almost gave up on it. And then I'd start tinkering, and I'd try a little bit, and I'd start seeing some success. And then 3 days later, I was sucked in, and I finished the thing. Somehow I got through the whole project in like 6 months. So.
It's really ambitious. Like what you've gone from not knowing the architecture of the 2600 to this complete game. It's absolutely astounding. My first game is nowhere near this. That's for sure.
What was your first game?
Oh, it was a port of a one-line Pac-Man game.
Oh, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, where you can wrap around, but the ghost can't. So you have an escape, but they can't. You still have the power pellet, and you have to eat all the dots. It's pretty fun, but it's not my original game. So I'm looking forward to making an original game like your father did.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about the tools that you used for like the character animation, bringing it over from your original game, and do you have a background in art or design, or is that more your partner?
No, I mean I do have a design background. Architecture was my study in college, but then I did a lot of graphic design and web design and stuff like that. But not a character designer per se, but pixel art is a little different. I think you can kind of kludge it a little bit. But I just used the Atari Dev Studio in code, and that's what I drew all the pixels in for the sprites. And I experimented with larger or more pixels for the characters and less blocky, and I know some people really appreciate that, but I liked the look of square pixels. And when you try to use the regular size pixels, they end up looking rectangular, and that just kind of feels awkward to me. So I went with this because I get nice blocky square pixels.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And the size of the screen, like the gameplay area fits with the size of the character. And yeah, it looks like no other game that I've ever played on the 2600 due to that larger size sprite. Because sometimes you see the bigger sprites and they look stretched. Like they look like they're too wide or too tall. But this is perfectly in proportion. Like they're just blown up 2 times. Yeah, it's really, really
and
nice.
Colorful. That was a real challenge, the only being able to use 1 color per line, and how do you make the character, expressive with only 1 character. Especially when you fall down. Next time you fall down, you'll see it. Oscar
kind of
thought it
squishes.
looked like. What did you tell me it looked like? A blob or something? There it is. A puddle. Yeah, he kind of looks like a puddle.
It turns into a puddle.
You do what you can.
Puddle with a hat.
I mean, it would be hard to like make it look like he's sitting in the real older game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you worked well with the limitations of the 2600, and it's extremely powerful in that it doesn't have a frame buffer. It doesn't have like a limit of where you can put things or colors or things like that, but it has a limitation of what you can do on 1 line. But the next line, it's all brand new again, which is kind of nice. Right.
Yeah.
So, being this is your first 2600 game, have you caught a bug in terms of making 2600 games? Are there any upcoming games that you're working on for the 2600, or was this a one-off kind of thing?
I think I want to make another one. My thought was to do the goldfish game that we did, Justin and I did before this. It's an interesting game because it would need to be trackball controlled to work like the original. So it'll be a trackball game. It has a lot of sprites moving around independently, so I have to get good at a multi-sprite routine, which I dabbled with and got frustrated with, so I basically shelved it until the next rainy season, and I'll try digging it back out again. I mean, I'm not the best assembly coder. I'm having trouble I'm having trouble like going through some routines I've seen online and understanding what they're doing with the sorting and all that. But yeah, I'll figure it out, I hope. And I've already done graphics for it. I've got sprites for all of the character animation for the next one. Yeah, ready to do it.
Well, the great thing about programming for the 6502/7 is that there's so much wealth of knowledge out there and routines that people come up with already that you can draw from. And, of course, the community as well are ready to step in and help with anything that you have, because they want to see the games just as much as the end people that aren't programmers want to see the games. So
it's frustrating for me as somebody who worked in like object-oriented languages that a lot of the times the routines they get polluted by other things, especially your kernel routines. Like if you showed me this is the multi-sprite routine in its pure form, and I can understand it, then I can probably integrate it. But by the time it's in somebody else's game and you're trying to understand it, there's a bunch of other things that are in there getting in the way, color changes or other things, and it's hard for me to abstract just the multi-sprite thing. It's a challenge. So
that's one of the things about the 2600 is that you can't really port kernels from one game to the other. They're fairly unique from one to the other. Once you, like you said, you start adding in the specifics from this game into the kernels, it's like, well, now I can't use it. It's somebody else's perfect kernel, but at least it's a good example of how they did it with their game, and just take a look at multiple examples, and Well, thank you so much for coming on and showing off your new game, Axercise. We've had a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a lot
playing
of fun.
It, especially on Halloween. It was absolutely perfect for that day. We did an After Dark playing through the whole game.
Yeah.
The last level on the last tower. Oh my God. I think that took half an hour for me to get through. That one's tricky.
I'll give you a clue. You guys were almost onto it. You realize that he doesn't always pop up in the same place. And that's because if you know where he is, he can't disappear and reappear somewhere else. So if he is on the screen directly behind you, he won't appear on the next screen in the floor of the ceiling. But if he's 2 screens back, he will. And you can use that to your advantage.
Okay.
You can use that to your advantage to kind of coax him to where you want him sometimes.
Because I remember making the comment, it's like, he wasn't on that screen before. Or where is he? And I was getting confused. Like, every other level, or pretty much, was like, he's always there. He's always there. And that one got me, that last level. So now that makes a lot more sense.
And I did want to say the music is fantastic in the game. Yeah.
Cool.
And animation. The animation is stunning.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michael. Thank you, Oscar, for coming on the stream. And we will see you online soon.
All right. Take care. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you could get on Phillip Meyer, pile driver, and then maximize it. Yeah, do the video. Maximize that. Excellent. Move that over there. Oh, excellent. We've got him on online. So next up, we are going to unbox and play this game. Oh, shoot! With an exclamation mark. There's so many games with exclamation marks. It sounds funny. And Oh Shoot was nominated for Best Work in Progress. So this is Oh Shoot by Phillip Meyer, Piledriver, and the packaging was done by William Thorpe, BitJag. So let's bring on... 1 second. That was the wrong one. There, that's the right one. Welcome, Phillip, to the show.
Hi, James, Tanya. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you as well.
Sort of.
Yeah. E-meet, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome. So, William Thorpe worked on an incredible 6 out of the 10 games in this batch for artwork from AtariAge. So can you talk a little bit about your involvement with the artwork in the physical release and also the manual?
I can. Okay, let me try something here.
Sure. And I will unbox it while we chat.
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh, you can do
Okay,
some screen
forget
sharing.
about that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I was going to try to change the background, but I can't figure out how to do that now. It would work easier when I was doing it by myself in preview mode or something. Okay, so I came up with, had this cartridge made back in 2001. Right? So that was Oh Shoot, the early days. So I kind of thought the game was done at that point. But there was a lot more progress to be made. But this was I came up with this box art myself, and then William Thorpe, kind of going off of this, came up with what you're holding there.
Yep. And you got a poster included with it as well. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the poster here. Yeah, great dynamic artwork with beautiful colors. William Thorpe always comes through with great design. So was there a back and forth? I guess you sent him your design and he worked from that and added flourishes.
Yeah, well, he came up with 3 sort of sample proof of concept, or 3 concepts. Yeah. And the one that was closest to this, I said, yeah, let's kind of make it like this, but with your art style.
Yeah. Excellent. So we're going to pop it in now. And get it going.
Ready.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Skip the title screen. Let's just restart it. There.
I didn't touch.
Where? Oh, I know why. I got it. It's skipping the title screen. Interesting. Is it moving by
It
itself?
skipped the title screen?
Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, it just flipped right past the title screen. Let me just reseat it again. There we go.
It looks better.
Ready.
No.
It still went past it pretty quick. So the sheer number of options that Tanya's going through here in Oh Shoot is incredible.
Yeah.
With 48 game variations, 4 different ship types, 16 color variations, ship speeds, shot speeds. The game even has options for 0, 1, and 2 players. So you've described it as a combat killer, which people can see the similarities. A game that has also quite a few variations, 27. But you beat it, yeah. Obviously, combat has a huge influence on this game. So can you talk about your memories of combat and how it led you to developing Oh Shoot?
Well, I enjoyed combat. I wouldn't say it was my favorite because I didn't like that you had to play 2 players. And I was basically a total noob at Atari programming and assembly and all that sort of thing. So I was very curious about Atari. I heard strange things about it over the years, like 120 bytes of RAM, no frame buffer, very slow processor, and all that kind of thing. And Ed Freeze said that it was the worst programming environment that you could possibly imagine. So that kind of got my attention. So I figured, maybe I shouldn't try to make Pitfall 3 or something crazy like that. Let's start with something from like combat, and that'll be my template, and then I'll go from there.
Right.
And then I wanted to make something faster paced and easier to control. And I basically had all that done, and then I said, okay, I'm done, and this was it. But yeah, I wasn't really satisfied because like I didn't get into the really good hardcore programming. This was actually pretty easy. This took a few months, and that's from a total beginner.
Yeah.
So then I kept coming back and trying more things, like kind of get more screens, and I get bigger explosions, more features, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which is definitely a lot of features in here. The playfield backgrounds in the game. I mean, when you have the effects on, Tanya's playing the one player without the effects, are mesmerizing with the way they come on and off the screen and the wavy kind of underwater look to them. So do you have it really reminds me of like things in the demo scene. So do you have a background in the demo scene or have been influenced by the demo scene at all?
I was just looking at my code, and the kernel code is very, very simple. Like it's basically just combat. So it doesn't matter how complex your kernel is, but that's basically 72% of your execution time. So I have a ROM visualization, and I just kind of highlighted which part's the kernel. It's just a tiny little sliver of the code, but that's 72% of the processing time.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just looked at that kernel code, and I noticed that when I update the playfield graphics, it's always the same number. It's like 4 double rows. Like it's 2-line resolution, so 4 pairs of rows, and then I just count down. And I thought, well, could I maybe change that so make it 5 pairs of rows? But then I'd have to like offset it somewhere else. It'd have to be 3 rows to balance it, and then if I did that, I could kind of like adjust the picture. That I came up with a ripple map, right? So I have it's all 4s initially, so that's no rippling at all. But then if I go and change some to 5 and then some to 3, then I can get this ripple pattern. And I had some much more elaborate ripples. It was like just over the top effects, but I had to cut those to make room for some other features. So I only have 1 ripple map in the end.
Right. Nostalgic says the variety of playfields is really fun to see. Yeah, it keeps it very fresh. Like every round is something different. Something you have to adjust for, which is great. Do you have it on the effects?
No, I think effects is only 2-player.
Yeah, so let's show that off because we were talking about it. If you want.
I have it on.
You can play it as 2-player and
switch it to 2.
Yep. I had it on auto, where you automatically move across the screen, which is a different play style than.
Yeah, you have to be quick.
So, yeah, I recommend. Yeah, that's fine. Oops. You're out of the 2-player. There you go.
Yeah. Go for it. See, there you go. Yeah, it looks like kind of underwater-ish. Obviously, Tanya's not going to have much of a challenge killing the other person, but we're just going to show it off a little bit. So it appears that Oh, go ahead. Yeah, talk about a little bit.
I was just going to talk a bit about the screens. So, because most people react. Well, I mean, I reacted this way too. Like, combat has 5 screens, and then then I got the ability to put in 1024. So that was pretty crazy. I thought.
Watch it.
Watch out.
Okay.
But it was actually that was my comfort work. That was my fun thing to do, because getting stuff to work on the Atari is very difficult. So
yes,
those 1024 screens, that's sort of my relaxation times. And a few things I can tell you about that is maybe about 25% or so I didn't like, so I just kept scrapping them. And then I had a bunch of iterations where I'd say, okay, this screen, I thought I liked it, but after seeing it a bunch of times, it's got to go. And
how did you store?
The
or I was just going to say, how did you store all those screens?
Okay. All right. So, so I made this one. This does not have any. This only has run length compression, right? So I have my playfield bytes plus a value for how many times that row is going to be repeated, right? So that's the run length encoding, right. And that let me have 16 screens. But I really wanted to have 64. And I came up with this index
screens are the indexes to a chunk palette. So a chunk is basically a playfield bit pattern, and then the run value. Okay. So the screen, instead of being all this different playfield values, it'll be indexes into this palette. So these indexes are only a byte. So I could have a screen with some decent variety, and it would be, maybe like 10 bytes, but then I'd have to have those values in the chunk table, right? The chunk palette. So if I reuse entries in the chunk palette, then I could have a large number of screens. But you do see a lot of repetition, like you see like the same, you'll see the skeleton here, and then you'll see the, maybe it's cut in half or something like that. But it uses the same playfield chunks. Yeah, and then so I had that working in 4K, but I could only use the leftover ROM space I had. And at that, I remember it was 604 bytes to come up with to have 64 screens. So I don't know, was that roughly 10 bytes a screen?
Yeah.
So detail was pretty low, and then I found that my sound engine was bloated and over featured. I didn't need all these, like changing the volume over time and all that. So I gutted all that. And then that allowed me to have more detailed screens.
Oh, nice. Yeah, some of the screens are like full screen. Some of them are reflected. Some of them are mirrored. Some of them, there's different types of displays of the graphics as well.
Mm-hmm. So in this example here, I'm actually duplicating the indexes for the top and bottoms. So basically, every time you see the playfield change, that's a new index to a different chunk in the table.
Right. Okay.
And I have to load all of this into RAM. So that consumed 44 bytes of RAM, which was quite a bit.
Yeah, out of 128, that is quite a bit if you're using like the basic RAM. Yeah.
Yeah, but then when I had the screen uncompressed, that allowed me to fairly easily do things like that ripple effect, right? Because I couldn't create the ripple effect if I had the run length encoded screens. It wouldn't have worked.
Right. Well, the final effect is really great and elevates the game with a great variety rather than just the same background over and over, the same obstacles.
Yes. I
keeps both people on their toes.
Getting stale was a high priority for me in this game. Do you have the instruction manual, by the way?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Look at the very end.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Can you hold that up to the camera?
Yeah, let me switch cameras here because that is actually very impressive. Let me zoom right in here. There we go. So people can see it now. So this is the uncompressed data. These are the screens. Every single screen in the game.
Yeah, no, this is actually a debugging output from my screen generator Sharp app that I made. So what was happening is I was testing and saying, you know what, I don't like this screen, but I have where the heck is it in my 1,000 PNG files, right? So I created this output, and then I could say, okay, it's in bank, 4, 5, or 6, or and then sub bank, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Oh yeah, that would be easy to pick out. Wow, this is really
then
great.
we had two blank pages left over the manual, so I just said, why don't we just throw this in there? That looks cool.
It does. Yeah, and it's so colorful as well. That's really great. So, do you have any upcoming games that you're working on or you'd like to talk about, or anything else that I've missed in the game that you wanted to add?
I'm not planning on doing any more games at this time. I could talk. How much time do we have left?
Negative 52 seconds. So that's okay.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could
tell you, the AI was kind of what I was hoping to talk about, because that was, to me, the most interesting. That was very difficult. Like in most of these Atari games, you get a little ship that goes like this.
Yeah, that's right.
But in this game, so you can see the enemy, Tanya's enemy there. I went with the language enemy instead of opponent, because it's a life and death battle, not a curling bonspiel, right?
That's right.
But anyways, so that enemy can fly through a maze. It can hunt. It goes into different states. Like there's a meandering state where it just kind of flies anywhere, and then there's a vertical intercept state where it'll kind of move towards you. So it'll go up like this if you're here, or it'll go this way or that way, as long as it's kind of moving vertically to get towards you.
Right.
And yeah, there are so many things for the auto flight mode. Okay, so you have the two ships flying together. So not only do they need to, they have to avoid each other. They have to kind of hunt each other. Yes. And they have to not crash into walls and anticipate walls that they're approaching. So that was a lot of steps, and I was up to 286 lines, scan lines in my in my game. So NTSC is supposed to be 262 standard, right?
Yeah, that's pushing it.
The game was. So is 24 lines of the NTSC spec. Is that okay? I don't know. It was working fine on my Sony Trinitron, but my JVC here, it was not working, right? And I really had this crushing, sinking feeling. I put so much effort into this AI. It's all in my blog. I gotta make sure I put my blog. So if you Google like "oh shoot" blog, you'll find it, because all this stuff in huge details, written up, a lot of screenshots and images and all that stuff. That's
great for other developers to check out. Yeah.
Okay, so I did all these optimizations. You've seen a Top Gun Maverick, where all these miracles have to happen for the mission to be successful. So that's kind of what this like.
Right.
So the one miracle was that I had enough ROM to replace a bunch of function calls with larger macros, so it would be like 10 lines. So I was gobbling up a lot of my ROM to do that, but it increased the performance.
Yeah.
And then I had power mode, I called it. So one ship is at high power, and it cycles back and forth. So the ships don't have to scan for the terrain and the missiles in each frame. They can do that in alternate frames.
Oh,
so
smart.
That cut down a lot on the processing.
Yep.
But I got it down to 276 lines, and then I was getting screen rolling, and I basically I collapsed onto that. I collapsed onto that sofa, staring at the ceiling, and I just basically crashed like Rocky somewhere in the middle of one of his movies, right? But then I saw this older post from Andrew Davey. He said that 276 lines is okay. They'll work on most TVs.
Okay.
And also he said that you don't have to wait until a timer goes to 0 to check it, right? So in the overscan, I don't know if I'm getting too technical here, but in
Not for this audience.
Overscan code, I start the timer, and then normally I do my stuff, and then I wait till the timer goes to 0, so I have a consistent line count.
Yeah.
But what I had to do was I had to check the time. It's like, okay, I don't have enough time to continue the AI processing, right? It's going to do a screen roll. So what I did is I would abort, and I just freeze the characters for that one frame. And this is happening 1 in 100 frames or so. And so you don't even notice this freezing, but that basically saved the project.
Wow.
And so it was like a Star Trek episode reset button ending. So
yeah, programming is all about problem solving, and it can be fun and frustrating at the same time. Fun when you solve it. Frustrating is the time before you solve it, but the satisfaction afterwards is immense.
For sure, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on and showing off your incredible combat killer. Oh shoot! It's really great. Did you? Oh, you lost.
I lost by
Your
one.
AI,
By one.
Your AI is
Got
perfectly
just right at the end.
perfectly matched to Tanya's skills.
Exactly, perfectly matched to my skill level. So there you go.
It was a nail biter right to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Phillip, for coming on. It was great talking with you, and it's a great accomplishment. And I hope you make some more games in the future. Maybe after a little rest, after this is done, you'll get get bit by the bug again and want to make another one. Well, thank you so much, and we will talk with you online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Take
Nice
care.
to meet you as well. What did
Thomas
Thomas
that was
said?
painful.
Thomas said? Oh shoot was very underrated in the awards, in my opinion. Yeah, it all depends on who's judging.
Oh, am I still on?
Well, not really. We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you
You are.
can. Oh, we're still on. Okay, we'll talk with you soon.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
bye.
Now you're gone. Forgot to switch scenes. Yeah, it depends on what they're looking at and what kind of things that they value over others. But it's very, very creative. Next person isn't able to make it. But they sent in their answers to my questions.
Excellent.
It's Minigun Miner by Dr. Ludos. And William Thorpe, once again, did BitJag did the packaging. So let's pop this one out and unbox the next one. Minigun Miner. And let's switch over to unbox it. There's the cover.
Very nice.
Very
Gorgeous
nice.
artwork.
Yeah. Oh, there's the back of it too. Not been showing the backs. There you go. Now he's put them in protective plastic cases, just in case cats knock them over, which has happened, and it has saved the boxes.
There you go.
Which is nice, because I like them looking nice, no dented corners.
Atari does like to chew the corners of things. So
yeah, I haven't caught him chewing any of these,
Yeah.
thankfully, but they're all in plastic, and plastic is the danger for Sid, actually.
Yeah.
But he likes soft plastic,
There
so
you go.
I think I'm fully protected against cats
All
at
these
this
bad
moment.
cats.
Yeah.
Hi. Atari's in the corner. They're watching
Oh,
us.
yes, the couch compliant. Let's just
Yes.
show it on this one.
Very nice.
See if I can hold it steady enough.
Nice.
There you go. Couch compliant. And that, like, there's 6 switches on the Atari 2600. One of them's for power, which you have to use.
Yeah.
But couch compliant means you can access
Game settings.
game settings without getting up after you've turned it on.
There you go.
Which is some silly thing that the channel, myself, the people who watch the show kind of collaboratively came up with, because I groaned and grunted and complained every time I had to get up and reset.
That middle-age achiness.
That's
you
right.
know?
And I thought, if I'm complaining, there's probably some other people who are like, yeah, I don't like getting up. And my setup is the 2600 is
a little further away from us.
Yeah. So
I feel like that's traditional. You'd have your TV, you had your 2600 on the floor, and you sat maybe a little further behind it. So
yeah.
But if you're gonna have it on a table, then yeah.
Yep. So it's an option. That's what it is.
It is.
It doesn't
Just
mean
the
you
option.
disable the switches. It just means there's an option to do things
Yep.
without the switches,
Yeah.
which is very, very nice for me.
And this
doing
cat,
the show.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this gorgeous artwork for Minigun Miner. Oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. These sketches,
Love
early
it.
sketches
Early
there.
sketches of the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful, detailed.
This cat has it in for
Manual.
Bernie, so I'm trying to
this
keep him
page
up
now?
there.
Oh,
Oh, he stares
I don't
at
know
him.
if Bernie's going to survive till his game
I don't
comes
know.
on.
We'll see what
We'll
I've had
see.
to move him once already. So
So let's pop
Yep.
it in, and I'll do it properly this time. I'll switch over before I switch it on. There we go. Then I'll start Minigun Miner by Dr. Ludos. Who knows his real name? Is he really a doctor? The mystery continues.
Yes.
So let's... And I do have some things to show on the screen, but I will switch over when that...
okay, if there's something you want to show.
Yeah.
Very much. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
See if Tanya remembers how to play this one.
Sort of.
Yeah, you get the idea. There you go.
Ah! It'll take me a second. Ah. Oh, man.
There we go. So, Dr. Ludos is a 3-time Atari Homebrew Award nominee. And the first question I asked him, William Thorpe hit it out of the park again with the colors and design of the Minigun Miner box. It really captures the kinetic energy and urgency of the game. Can you talk a little bit about the packaging design and your involvement? And Dr. Ludo says, I agree. The packaging design is incredible. And all credits in this regard must go to William and Albert. For the gorgeous cover art, William drew 3 preliminary sketches and asked to choose one direction. You can see these sketches inside the manual, pages 6 and 7, and I showed those on the camera there. Albert and I told William that we preferred the 3rd sketch, as digging treasure was the more important in the game than fighting enemies. And from there, he went all in and designed a controlled flying minigun with lots of details. Did he knock it down? It's gone.
Is it gone?
We'll have to get it after.
We'll get it. Ah!
He's still scratching. The debate with lots of details, thrusters, placement, ammunition, storage, etc. There was a debate between the 3 of us whether the ship was human-piloted or remote-controlled. We finally settled for the latter, as you can see in the final design, which is remote-controlled. So it feels less bad when you crash the ship. It's that nobody's actually in it. It's just a monetary thing when you lose a ship. What are you trying to get, sir? There's nothing there.
It's challenging. I'm just going to say, simple design, challenging game.
Yes. It's very easy to understand what you have to do in this game. But getting it done, that's the challenging part.
It is.
Besides cover art and packaging, William and Albert also did a great work on the manual. I wrote the contents in text form, but I'm not a native English speaker, so Albert thoroughly edited and improved it. And from the final text, William laid out the beautiful manual that you'll find inside the box. Bernie alert! Bernie is now on the couch. Are you named Bernie? Bernie's on the couch. I don't know. Oh, he is!
Is he?
Sharp eye. I'm going to keep him right here beside us. I'll put him on the pillow so he can have a rest. He's been through a lot.
He's always gone through a lot.
Question 2. I think you could describe Minigun Miner as a perfect blend of elements of both Dig Dug and Downwell. What were your influences or inspiration behind the game? It's funny that you mentioned these 2 games, as I think they were indeed part of my inspiration for Minigun Miner. I did play Downwell for quite some time a few years ago, and the colorful ground is a direct inspiration from Dig Dug. Yes, called it. I think there are also some elements inspired from Thrust, the movement being recoil, gravity-based. Yeah, that's an obvious one. The diamond spread is heavily inspired by Zelda's rupees. I have no idea what inspired me to choose a minigun over another weapon. Maybe some old memories from Serious Sam. Thank you, Frozen Well, for subscribing. The granular destruction. Next question, number 3. Granular destruction of the dirt across the full screen is very impressive. Can you talk a little bit about the RAM requirement to store this and the considerations you had to make when picking the bank switching scheme? His answer is, I'm glad you appreciated this feature, as it was the most difficult part to get working. The destructible terrain is made of a 32 by 32 grid and occupies a full 128 bytes of RAM. That's the total amount of RAM available in a stock 2600. So to make the game, I had to use extra RAM provided by the cartridge. Thanks to the Sarah Superchip banking scheme, RAM banking scheme, it has another 128 bytes of RAM for the game that are fully used by the destructible terrain. It means that the regular 128 bytes of RAM inside the console are now free for other parts of the game. Game score, player movement, enemies, which is plenty if you're not needing to include all of this. To answer your question more precisely, and if you have time, I'd like to show some early versions of the game. The destructible terrain was the first thing I programmed, and if it wasn't working, I would have never been able to make the game in the first place. To start with the beginning, Minigun Miner was originally a jam game I created in 48 hours using Python and Pygame back in 2021. So we have some things to show for this one. So let me bring that up on your guys' screen. And you can see what it's like. I'm going to switch away. Sorry. You are going to crash and burn.
No, I was doing so well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you're playing on that.
I was trying. No.
Okay.
Oh, I got a well done though.
Oh, good. What were you getting before? Bad.
Game over.
2 years later, I stumbled across. So this is the Minigun Miner from the Jam game. 2 years later, I stumbled across an Atari 2600 demo exampled titled Playfield Draw made by Stephen Hugg of 8-Bit Workshop fame. It's a program allowing you to draw on the screen using the Super Chip RAM. And there it is there. That demo gave me an idea. Could we use the same technique to port Minigun Miner on the Atari 2600? First, I programmed the destructible terrain. The player, who is supposed to look like a construction worker head, can move freely and shoot to dig through dirt. There he is. Then I added gravity and the minigun recoil. The player now moves only when firing, and the game can now scroll down indefinitely. Making the terrain digging and scrolling with new blank terrain generation was a major challenge with the very few CPU cycles available each frame. There it is. The third major step was to program the collectible coins, earning 1 point for each coin collected. There's the coin. Now that the core mechanics were working, it was time to draw actual graphics instead of the ugly placeholder art used before. There's graphics that we see in the game pretty much. With the base elements now laid down, I then built the game step by step, enemies, other treasures, levels, sound, etc. over 2 years. At this point, I'd like to thank the retro gaming players and development community over the AtariAge forums. They've been incredibly helpful in improving the game through playtesting and very constructive feedback. I'd like to especially thank you, James, and the ZeroPage Homebrew team, as you played the game live on Twitch on several occasions. It gave me very good feedback on things that were not working in the game. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the talented graphic artist named Tix. He's so good at 2600 graphics. Oh my god. He is an AtariAge member who drew me an improved player sprite with firing animations for all 8 rotation directions. That is a great addition to the game. So thanks a lot to the whole AtariAge community, whether you're a player and or fellow homebrewer. You're the ones making this hobby so much fun. Next question. You've created a game. Oh, now you can go back to
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's all the pictures. Let me just make sure.
What you wanted to show?
Yeah, not till the end. So we can go back to the game now.
Yay.
There's your game. Where are we now? Yes, you've created great games for so many consoles. What keeps you coming back to the Atari 2600? I almost said Mr. Driller. Dark Under. Dark Underdog. Yes. Oh, yeah, goodness. Mr. Driller was... It's kind of, but the other game that I mentioned was a little bit closer. Yeah, Downwell. If you ever played it, it's a gun, and you fire up, keeping yourself up with the gun. It's fun. Definitely try it out. Thanks. Having done small amateur homebrew games on several 8 and 16-bit consoles, NES, Master System, Game Boy, SNES, Mega Drive, Neo Geo, Lynx, I must confess that Atari 2600 is truly unique and thus very pleasant to work on. Unlike many other machines released after it, it's not tile-based. It also has very harsh constraints on CPU time available and what kind of graphics it can display. But those restrictions are part of the fun. Yes. As the machine is very open and can be made to do things that weren't envisioned by its creators back in 76, 77. Yeah, that is the advantage of the 2600. Oh, I rarely do angled shots.
I know, I was just playing with that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that actually is...
That being said, I wouldn't be able to create games for the Atari 2600 without wonderful tools and examples created by the community, the main one being Atari Basic. It's very easy to use and allow us to create rich games. Oh, lots of skulls. Shoot him, shoot him!
Ah, I wasn't moving.
Even if we're not able to program in assembly. Not enough shots off. So with limitations that stimulate creativity, easy-to-use tools, and a vibrant community of players and fellow developers, it's no surprise that the Atari 2600 keeps on attracting many homebrewers. And my last question, do you have any upcoming games that you're working on that you'd like to talk about? My next upcoming game is a Game Boy Color, and Mega Duck version of my game Dangerous Demolition, as previously released on Game Gear and Master System. The game development is 99% complete, and I hope to be able to release it in late 2025 or early 2026. So I'm going to show off some pictures now. Oh, actually, you can still keep playing. I can show off the pictures now that I'm doing it.
There you go.
So, oh, can I? Oh. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Dangerous Demolition. On the Atari front, there are two work-in-progress games that I'd like to pursue finish in 2026. Blasting Robots for Lynx, started in December 2024 for the Lynx Jam, and Star Giraffe for the Atari 2600, started in April 2025 for Minter Jam. I'm also very excited by the features of the new Pixie kernel for Atari Basic, and I'd like to use them in a game project. As many other hobbyists, I have more ideas than free time, but I hope to be able to complete at least one of these projects next year, and maybe even present it during 2026's AtariAge Day. So thanks a lot again for featuring my game and all the other AtariAge releases on the show. And also for regularly playing my games during ZPH streams. It's very helpful and motivating. Well, you're very welcome, Dr. Ludos. Your games are always incredibly creative, and we enjoy playing them quite a bit on the show. So those are hard. Those are tough. You have to
They're really hard to get
clear
past.
an area, and then sneak in behind.
I find the double is really difficult.
And then also not put yourself up once you pass them.
Yeah.
Very, very challenging. But your time is up.
No.
Yes.
For another day then. For another day.
There you go.
Great game.
Excellent game.
So much fun. Simple.
Yes.
Hard. Lots of fun.
Can you get Michael Scott Bachman, Mike at AEI, on the line, please? So we're going to be moving to Plan B. Escape Earth. There we go. And Michael Scott Bachman, Plan B Escape Earth was nominated for Best Graphics, Music and Sound, and Work in Progress. Welcome to AtariAge Day, Michael.
Wow, hello.
Hello, hello.
This is the only way I've ever seen you, but hopefully sometime next year, PRG Midwest, I'm not sure what, but
yes, please, that would be awesome.
And I've seen the rest of your place now. I can see the I've only seen what you've allowed us to show. Now I'm seeing the secrets. And,
the wider view.
Background.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a little of this to keep those secrets.
Yeah, my water glass just out of frame.
Yeah.
That's
the printer on the other side. Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful.
You'll be able to hack.
And the load of Atari games just above
all above the head
as
here.
you were saying.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's two more shelves above that. So Plan B, Escape Earth, we have right here. The cover for the box of Plan B is just so packed full of everything from the game, representing the graphics and what you're in store for from the game. I love the tradition of intense artwork for Atari 2600 games that carries over almost 50 years into the console's life. Like when you bought those old games back in the day and you see the cover art And it's like, whoa, that's amazing. And of course, they're representations of Atari 26.
They were a little too amazing.
Raise your expectations high. So did you need to give any direction to William Thorpe, or was it just letting him loose after sending over like some screenshots and game descriptions?
Well, I heard what you asked some of the other players. So,
yeah.
Nice.
This is what it originally looked like.
Wow.
Oh, let me switch back. There we go. Yes. Yeah, that's the old box.
That's the
original box.
And there were some, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 40 of these sold like that.
Yeah.
And then Scott Dillon took it to free play. And
wow.
Looked like that. Very much B-movie.
Yes. A B-movie poster. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
then,
awesome.
As you know, it ended up looking like this.
Yes.
And so, yeah, when we started working together, one of the things he asked me is, I said I wasn't really thrilled with the B-movie concept because, it's kind of, in one way, Plan B is kind of a dark game, whereas, you're saving humanity. But I will say, one of the things I try to do in games is, I wrote down a whole bunch of junk. But the idea of that you have to die to end the game. Although I loved Missile Command, the end,
right?
That's great.
Yeah,
I
scary
want
as
to make games as much as I can that you don't have to die to end it. And so Plan B is not necessarily as dark as you think, because in the end, when you finally lose your Earth, it's not like it's over. You see this screen and you see the spaceships and they're flying off and it says searching. And so you survived. Some of you survived. So the idea is you don't die. You just try to get as many people as possible to survive. So that dark plan, the dark B movie where the people are being snatched away. Yeah. We said, let's back off a little bit.
Well, so this picture is quite ominous in the back. These tentacles coming in.
Yeah.
That's fairly scary in B movie as well.
One of the things that everybody loves about the game, I got the most feedback. I call them the squid. Is when the space alien ship releases the squid, and he falls down to Earth, and then he chases after your people and dissolves them.
Quite frightening.
And so I think that became kind of a number one theme. And so we went through a bunch of iterations. The one thing in the end that we both agreed on is that we got to get the squid back on the screen. But I don't want, and he does have, the little squid's got one person in its evil tentacles. But there are other people still escaping. So we wanted to kind of keep it, not as dire.
Yes, more hopeful. A little bit more on the hopeful side.
And it had to have the squid. So that's how we ended up with the whole thing. He took it further on the manual. I didn't see the manual until I got the box.
Oh wow!
Well, this was for the amazing work that he did. Wilson did. This was kind of a last minute thing to get to AtariAge, and Albert was fantastic working with me and getting it done on time. But I never got to see the manual, and I chuckled completely when I saw the back of the manual, as you pointed out.
It's
with the
so good.
Coming through, and
it's so good. Yeah, it's beautiful. The orange and green colors of the manual are just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. And Albert came back and said, let's make it look a little more military, dusty, worn out, rusty. Yeah. Nothing in the military looks perfect and beautiful except for maybe a B-1 bomber, which has to look perfect and beautiful, otherwise it reflects radars or something.
That's right. Shine it up.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's always better to, like, in sci-fi movies, to have like things that look worn, things that look like they've been in battle, that they've been
Star
used.
Trek versus Star Wars.
Perfect example, yes. So the gameplay reminds me of a mix of Oink with the rebuilding of the shield and crossbow, with protecting the citizens crossing the screen from various dangers. So can you talk a little bit about your inspirations when creating Plan B, besides, I guess, Battlestar Galactica, maybe?
It's interesting because you've mentioned that before, and neither one of those games I've ever played before until you mentioned them.
Wow, okay.
So I've now played Oink.
Yeah.
But I've never played it before. It originally started, do you remember way back before there were like cartridge games, there were games that you bought in a box and you could play Pong and tennis and other. Well, Atari came out with another one that was, Breakout. And it had the 4 or 5 different Breakout things. I've always loved Breakout. I love that game. I have my eye on a few on eBay to pick up another one just to have it. And so I really wanted to have kind of a reverse Breakout, where you're not trying to break it out. Somebody is trying to break in, and you're trying to repair it. And so the game started, the idea of the game was like, I love space games. I'm going to have to get away from space games sooner or later.
Yes.
Everything will end
You
up
just made another one, man.
I know, but it's migrating away from something to a little more cute. Trying to be a little more cute in some of the games instead of just always being like shoot people and survive. So it was kind of thought of like, let's do a reverse Breakout. Of course, Space Invaders. Everybody's love Space Invaders. Galaga and all that kind of stuff. These ideas of an invaders coming in. So those were kind of the inspiration. So it started out as repairing the shield long enough to get to do something. And I thought, well, I don't want to have a timer. I don't want, so I said, okay, I'll have little people running across the bottom of the screen that you have to protect. And they're kind of like the timer for the game. And so that's kind of another thing. I try to do you need to have something that moves the scene along. You have to have something that kind of ends the scene, the game, like in New Earth, the first scene ends when you land properly. The second scene ends when you've fully energized the city, and then you can move on to do it to the next one. So in this one, it kind of ends when you get enough people on the ship, and even though the city is damaged, it's okay. You've saved enough of humanity now. And you've shown yourself good enough, so you get sent to the next city to protect it and repair its shield long enough. But those were, to me, Breakout, an inversion of Breakout, and an alien invasion game were the kinds of inspirations for it.
So you have
long-winded answer.
like you mentioned, Plan B New Earth. So this is the sequel, this hopeful game where you actually end the game and get somewhere else. Was it always planned as a 2-game series? And are there more in the future for Plan B, making it a trilogy, or they're happy with their New Earth? They're good there. They've made a home.
Yes and no. In the very, very beginning of the game, there wasn't that final searching screen. Like, the game doesn't end, it goes to this searching. And you have the spaceship, and there's stars going by and things like that. And it's kind of the end of the game. You've gotten all the points you're going to get. That was added when I said, you know what? It's a real bummer to lose Earth.
It sure is.
It's kind of like Missile Command. Boom, everything's gone. Doomed. The
no matter
end.
what.
I thought, again, I wanted to go back and say, well, no, there's got to be a way to survive. So I thought, okay, you've saved humanity. There's got to be a reason. So I put that searching thing in, and I had pretty much maxed out, not completely DPC plus. There's obviously way more you can do with DPC plus, and so forth. But when I started New Earth, that was also in DPC plus.
Yes.
And that, in that case, definitely got limitations pretty quickly. And that's in the graphics area, because I like to put in a lot of animated graphics. I don't get to put in as much as I like because you run out of the graphics page. or you run out of rum, and you run out of play fields. There's a lot, if you haven't played the sequel, it has the land scene is 3 screens wide.
Yeah.
The descent screen where you're landing is a full 256 rows deep. And so it uses the whole playfield. The clouds actually move off the playfield and uses the whole 40 columns. And that was a real stretch for DPC. And that's when I met Zach. And we started working together on PXE. So I did convert it from he said, I'm going to use this game as my test game to see if I can make PXE, and so he was great and converted it to PXE. And so it is now a PXE game that really,
that's awesome.
I don't know if you played it all the way through, there's like a little robotic.
No, I haven't. Not all the way through.
There's a little robotic rover that you get once you've saved 3 or 4 cities in, and he flies around and helps you, and you can send it off to pick up supplies, and it'll take the supplies to the ship, and it just gets to the point where there's so much animation and so much I'd have to pare back quite a bit to get it back into DPC Plus. It's possible. There's a version that runs on it, but I'd have to pare back a lot of the things. So there's at least one more, and there might be 2. The reason why there might be 2 is Zach and I are talking about the features that it would be required to do this possible 3rd game, which would be more of a kind of a sim game. Now that you've found your new Earth, you have to learn how to survive there. Yeah. And so there would be 4 terrains. You have a normal terrain. You have an ice type terrain. You have a water type terrain, and you have a jungle type terrain, and so forth. But that's a huge. Suspects. That's a huge thing. So, but at least there'll be, and I know somebody's already used this term. There'll be a return to Earth. Sooner or later, you get the chance to reclaim your homeland.
Very nice.
Fair enough, I think.
So I can't let you go without talking a bit about your new game, upcoming game, Asteroid Miner, and your use of Pixie to push the 2600 further than it's been before. We're going to be doing an in-depth interview with Zach Attack next month about Pixie and the Chameleon technology. So how have you found developing with Pixie?
Well, I'm kind of one of the early guys, so it's definitely we work together as we move forward. And we were doing that today, in fact. And now there's a nice little community of people who are starting to work on it, and Zach has sold a bunch of starter kits to people, so I'm all excited about that.
Oh, me too.
But as soon as I started working on Pixie with him, I said, okay, I'm going to use the stuff that it can do now that couldn't possibly have been done before. So the 8-way scrolling in a 9-screen world was immediately, okay, I gotta have to figure out something that can do that. And I came up with the idea of not just, a lot of them would just keep the guy in the center and scroll. And I loved some of the games, you'll know these, James, but I can't name them, where you can kind of go to the end, you can play in the screen, but when you get to the edge of the screen, that's when the screen starts sliding around. So that once you're kind of in a space that you want to be, then it kind of goes back to a normal frame of reference. You can move around in that screen a little bit. And I really love that. That and the grappling hook.
I love grappling hooks in games. And we have Robo Tito coming up, and that's kind of along the same lines.
Yes,
and,
I love Robo Tito.
Yeah.
But I would say out of the 200 hours that I have already into it, half of it is just getting the grappling hook. Because the grappling hook can move the screen too. If the grappling hook gets to the edge, the screen will move. If the guy gets to the edge, the screen will move. And so making all of that work without ending up the grappling hook just flying off to crazy places. But going back to your original question, I think, working in PXE and working in, which is a kernel for Atari Basic, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
Atari Basic produces really straightforward, simple assembly code. And you have to know that. In order to do Atari Basic properly, you have to understand that when you do like an if statement with an or an if statement with an and, You can't do like what you could do in C programming. You just string all kinds of stuff. It's not going to do that because the compiler is going to make really simple, straightforward assembly. But if you know that it's making assembly, then you do things in the negative way. You're like, well, if this doesn't happen, jump over the stuff. And if it does happen, you don't check for it happening. You just do the stuff. And so you have to work knowing that it's assembly. And PXE is the same way. Okay. And by the way, PXE, you can write C code for it too. You can skip the whole Atari Basic compiler part of it. And
that's
do
probably
like
what I'm going to be kind of doing. More direct, using C to prepare the assembly code for execution.
I would convert to that as quickly as I could possibly do that, but I do feel that PXE is going to be great for a lot of people. And I think it needs to be, Zach is a great programmer. Matthew's a great video graphics guy. The Mattress Monkeys and all this. They make fantastic work over there at Phantom Logic. Great people. And I'm basically just their tester and debugger guy. But
you're implementing it,
Yeah, I think I really want to bring that to the feature point where it has the text and it's going to have one really great feature where you can take mini kernels and stack them. Right. So you can put the text kernel, then you can put the lives kernel, then you can put your screen kernel, then you can put another kernel, and you can stack them in order. And I think that's going to be fantastic. And so I really want to stick with it till that point. And then after that, I want to switch over to C. I can program in C. Nice. I'm no great C++ programmer, but it would be nice to have case statements back again, complex if statements and so forth. But
make it a little bit easier on yourself,
PXE is great, and Atari Basic has been a wonderful thing for so many people, and I think it can still be a wonderful thing for so many people.
Yeah, and Pixie's going to enhance it even further and let them fit more on a line on the screen. Yep.
It just you have an idea. I think a lot of game players, and you had some on today, that are fantastic programmers, and they come at it like, oh man, I can do this really cool thing if I write in an assembly. That I kind of work the other way around. I have an idea and I say, well, can that be done? And if it can't, I test a while and then maybe modify my idea a little bit. I don't consider myself a software programmer. I am a guy who hacks code, which is why the 2600 is great, because you're not an object-oriented programmer. If you are, you'll use the 128 bytes of memory in your first line of code.
Oh boy.
Right?
Yeah. And
you can't do that. And so it allows hacker guys like me to go out and have a lot of fun. Real quick.
It's like 60K of RAM in Pixie, I think. Yeah, it's huge. So beyond Asteroid Miner, do you have any upcoming games? Do you have any games in mind that you'd like to make or that you're working on that you'd like to talk about? I know you're in the midst of Asteroid Miner.
Well, Asteroid Miner I'm hoping to get done by the end of the year. If not, it'll still be a work in process. But I do expect to get it done by the end of the year, because now it's just, there's a couple of new features in there. There's like the laser tower, which you can see now in the demo. But there'll be like the worm in Star Wars. There'll be these little worms that can pop out at you if you're on an asteroid.
Nice. Love it.
Come after you. And there's already a pirate, but he's a pirate robot. And he's a really coolly animated little pirate robot. And if you dwell too long and jackhammer too long, once you expose the gems, he will come and try to steal them from you. There's a couple of other features that'll go on, but those, like I said, such a big part has already been done. I worked with Alfred TDK on a couple of things.
Oh, nice.
He's very prolific and
very
happy
prolific.
to kind of. I think you showed one of his Batman games, and I did the title for that and a few things here and there. I do want to. I have in the back of my mind, because one of the things Pixie can do is put 16 sprites on the screen at the same time, plus your player, so 17.
Right,
and
nice.
I have in the back of my mind a can't call it Batman, but a dark caped man.
Caped Crusader, yes.
Cape man, you know,
Cape man.
where it's a 2-screen idea too, where he, you know, is fighting on the street, but then he gets into his bat car, and it's kind of like some of these games you see where the stuff are flying down roads, various roads, like, you know, and so he'll be able to go up and down with your road. So I really want to get away from space, so I might do a Batman game, and I also want to do more of a younger kids game.
Okay.
Where it's more like an apple tree, and there's a fly, and the fly collects the apples from the apple tree, and I've done some work on that too.
Great.
So there's a couple of little simpler ones I want to do before I finish off the trilogy.
Yeah.
I hope to finish off the trilogy, if it's truly a trilogy, next year. And Albert and I are already talking about making a 3-box set with a comic book and the whole shooting match. So that'd be
deluxe
so
edition.
Much fun.
Yeah.
So
that's
much
great.
fun to do.
That would
Albert's
be a lot
great
of fun.
guy. What a great company he's put together, and an amazing job he does. I mean, let's just give it up for him, because I'm telling you, as a 16-year-old kid that hopped on his bike and spent every penny he had to go buy an Atari 2600. When I got this box in my hand and pulled out that cartridge, it was, you know, a 63-year-old man's dream from the age of 16.
Yeah,
you know?
it is dream fulfilling to have your game released by essentially Atari now, really.
Now, basically, yes.
Yeah.
And you just...
comes full circle, right?
You've got to be in this team right here. The people who are listening,
that's
to
right.
Really appreciate the feeling of holding that little cartridge and knowing that 50 years ago, 45 years ago, this is something you wanted to do.
And you could have taken your cartridge that's in your hands right now, go back then, plug it in, and it would work.
It works.
That
on
would be
a 1980s cartridge. It's a fantastic thing. So
phenomenal.
Albert and the whole team, Random Terrain, and all those guys, Batari, that made this possible. Zach, who's expanding it even farther. Champ Games, it came with CDFJ and all this kind of stuff that keeps the whole thing alive. You can argue till the cows come home whether you think that's original or not.
Yeah. I don't care. I just want to play games.
You know what?
That's what I care
You're
about.
building games,
Great games
for a lot of different reasons. You know, these guys who challenge themselves to fit it into 2K. These other guys that challenge themselves and say, "I want to do 1 megabyte."
Yeah, which is both great. I love the small games too, because it's so technically impressive. People like Thomas Jensch making astounding 4K games. I love those too, because I can appreciate how difficult it is to do that level of programming and optimization.
Yeah, and even today and age, I hear people say, "Well, why didn't we have Pac-Man, like Pac-Man 8K or Pac-Man 4K?" Yeah. I'll go back to 1987 when I was actually being paid as a software programmer. And I was working on motor control systems. You had to burn a little chip with a little window on it, and that took a couple of minutes. And then you had to go and you had to plug it in and tear everything apart. That took a couple of minutes. Put it back into your machine. You didn't have debuggers. You had to come up with crazy ideas like blink lights in a certain sequence to see where you were in the code and all this kind of stuff. And then it didn't work. And you got to do that 3 or 4 times or 4 times a day.
Yep. It was a different time.
And you have 2 months to finish it all. Now people take a year and they have debuggers and they can press a button and within 10 seconds they're testing.
Yeah. It's a different world. And I'm happy for it. I'm glad we've progressed to this and are getting just astounding games.
I hope you got to answer your questions. I talk too much.
Oh yeah. I don't. It's all about what you want to say, and the questions are just prompting you to talk. That's how interviews should work.
And Tanya didn't get to play anything.
That's Not at all. No.
She's still playing in the background. So thank you.
She's still playing in the background.
She is. Thank you so much, Michael. It was an absolute pleasure to talk with you. Looking forward to talking with you again and seeing you in person one day as well.
I hope so. I hope so, James. You run a great ship here, and you do a great thing for the community. So
it's my pleasure. Yeah, thank you. And we'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
So we are going to move on to a little bit behind, but not too bad. If you want to get Steve Engelhardt on the line. And I think somebody messaged. If you could take a look at the message. Oh, yeah, that's the message. It's all good.
Okay.
Maximize, please.
Maximize.
So, we are now going to be talking with Steve Engelhardt, who is an Atari Homebrew Award winner, whose a new game, Realm of Rieseg, or as it says on the cover, just Rieseg, which confused me for a bit. Don't have video yet from him. Oh, it's coming in.
Yay.
There we go. And I'd like to welcome Steve Engelhardt from Maximus Games. Oh, it looks like we've frozen here. Let me just fix it here before we bring on nothingness.
Yeah.
I blame the cats again.
They like to fluff all the electronic stuff or chew a few chords here and there.
Well, it is winter, which makes it staticky, which does interfere with things sometimes, unfortunately. So I have to reset some things once in a while. There we go.
Nice.
And so, please welcome Steve Engelhardt. Welcome to the show once again.
Hi, James. Hi, Tanya.
Hey,
Thank you.
Steve. So we've got your new game here, Realm of Rieseg, or Rieseg as it says on the cover. No realms.
Yep. Just simplified it for the cover.
Yeah, just simple. So David Exton's artwork, which I really, really love and appreciate, is absolutely perfectly suited and incredible for Realm of Rieseg. His moody style once again paints a picture of the foreboding adventure ahead. Can you tell us a little bit about the packaging and your involvement with it?
Sure. Yeah, David and I went back and forth for a couple months on the packaging and the art design. His original concept actually was vastly different. It was a much brighter scene. It was more of a landscape and looking off into the distance. And it was I was kind of looking for something that was a little bit more foreboding. And he came up with that design with really little input from me. But as soon as I saw that particular artwork, I said, yeah, that's it. You nailed with what we were looking for here. I loved the red eyes underneath there, just a little bit of a sense of adventure in that artwork. He does an amazing job.
Yeah, what awaits you inside the cave. Yes, he does great moody type artwork that if you want something that is going to scare the hell out of you, he's your guy. Like something just like dread, just overhanging dread. I just love his artwork.
Ominous.
Yeah, ominous.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so pleased that he agreed to do it. He's said a couple times to me that he wanted to, retire from this process, and
oh no,
I think maybe he's changing his mind. I mean, he did say in one of his messages how much he loves doing this, so it's very rewarding for him, and I really appreciate what he does.
Oh, that's great. Well, we'll keep trying to keep him from retiring from doing this. So I just love it.
So most of the original text in the manual came from my original script, but he was almost 100% responsible for the technical layout and the design of the manual itself. And not just the artwork, he's also just really good at design.
He really is. And I love how he incorporates the AtariAge logo in on his most recent designs. And he's got it etched into the rock wall on the back cover. And the whole manual folds out to one big picture, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's amazing.
So, yeah, the manual itself, if for those of you that have checked the development forum, the post that I made about the game originally, I had shared a really large manual and dungeon guidebook. I went through during the process. I kind of did this because I had to. When I was testing the game, there's several thousand rooms, and I wanted to make sure the room connections were correct. So I had to visit every room in the game and leave every room with every exit. I just wanted to make absolutely sure that there was no bugs. So in that process, I mapped the whole game. I took high-res screenshots and mapped the entire game, all the thousands of rooms. So with all that work done, I created a dungeon guidebook. And I was actually talking to Albert maybe a month ago about this, and he had brought up the idea of maybe doing this as a publication sometime next year. I mean, it could be part of a deluxe edition in the future, or maybe just a self-published book. But it's enough that it could be something that could be 50 pages long.
Yeah, and I do have some questions about that as well. And you did publish. I think you posted that guidebook as well. It's super impressive. It's absolutely stunning that you put all that together. So, like, the sheer amount of work that has gone into this game is frankly overwhelming, considering there are 30 levels, 30 dungeons, adding up to, like what you said, 2,000 rooms, which you created, took screenshots of, created the 62-page guidebook detailing all the levels. I just can't imagine the number of hours that went into the level design, never mind the testing that you said you did, and programming. In addition to programming all the code, can you give us a rundown of some of the things that people may not think about that goes on behind the scenes while developing a game of this magnitude, such as the bug testing that would go into 2,000 connecting rooms?
Yeah, it took about a month to do all that.
Oh.
The part of the draw of doing this entire game for me was the technical challenge, and maybe it was more of an endurance test.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of repetitive tasks. So in designing the maps and the rooms, honestly, I used Microsoft Excel to a great extent, since I could that way. I mean, I could use a lot of formulas in Excel too to calculate the data functions that I needed to put into the code itself. So I could visually see what I was doing, and as I was making changes to the map, it would automatically generate the code for me that I could simply copy and paste.
Oh, nice.
And so, I mean, I streamlined the process as best I could, but it still was a lot of just manual work. And then, finding a bug and then I'll go back to my Excel spreadsheet, I guess, and I'd fix the room connections and recopy in the auto-generated code, and problem fixed.
And of course, when you fix that, you have to go and retest all the other connections to the room.
It was fun too. Yeah, I did. And it was fun too, coming up with just unique designs with such a limited playfield. I mean, I was thinking about this before you called, how Atari Basic has been around for over 20 years now, and almost feels like I have a little nostalgia for Atari Basic at this point.
That's funny.
I like going back to the standard kernel, because it's kind of where I started. And it's at the beginning of Atari Basic. So for me, it's kind of fun to see what I can do with the original standard kernel. And that was part of this too. Just the bare minimum. Like, what can I do with the bare minimum and make something cool and fun?
Yeah, and very reminiscent of a lot of people's favorite game, Adventure, of course. Mm-hmm. You're an extremely prolific developer working on several games a year. Can you talk a little bit about how you manage your time to set aside room for all the programming, and how you use your time so efficiently? Because some developers may look at, just all the work that you're talking about going into a game, and it's like, oh, how can I even set aside that time or get into making a game so big? Obviously start small, but how do you manage your time?
That's an excellent question, and I guess it's hard to say specifically, because everybody has different lives and does different things during the day. But I almost always have a laptop in my lap. I would say in the evenings when we're just the most common thing that I do when I'm home is watch sports. So I'll have the game on in the background. I'll have a laptop in my lap, and I'm just kind of multitasking. I guess I'll work on code while I'm watching TV, and
okay.
I spend a lot of time at home.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. Like it's I guess trying to do two things at once, and when you do work on something, kind of the work smarter, not harder, and I try to make the most efficient use of my time as I can, like I was describing with the spreadsheet, to automate tasks and just. I'm an IT professional anyway, so I have a lot of experience in trying to make things automated and faster and better. And so, yeah, same thing goes with some of my older projects, like the Legend of Silver Peak game that I never really finished. I had scripts for auto-generating code for maps with that too, so it was almost like click a button and it would create the code for me.
Right.
So some of it we're working a little bit harder in the beginning. Yeah, just efficiency.
Yeah.
And at this point, experience, I suppose. I've been doing this for a long time now.
Yeah, you're not starting from scratch every time. You know how to do certain things quickly, and new things you'll have to figure out. But things you've already done before, you already have either a template that you can modify or, work from something you already know in your head. So there's a question from the chat.
Sure.
From Thomas, Thrust26. Did you use Stella and save states for testing, or did you use the time machine in Stella? Or both?
I used Stella extensively, of course, and save states would be used too for testing. But Stella's been an invaluable resource. Couldn't do this without it.
Oh, yeah, every developer. I use Stella just to prepare for the show too, just to understand how some games are put together. It's absolutely invaluable. So huge props to the Stella team.
You made a good point just a moment ago too about reusing code. I've got so many old projects I can pull from that anything that I can think of that I want to do now, I've probably already done it. So or somebody else has shared it, so I can copy and paste code a lot and re-accomplish the same thing without reinventing the wheel. Yeah,
exactly. So you seem to bounce back and forth developing for 2600 and 7800 fairly evenly. Can you tell us what you like about each of the two platforms and what makes you decide to develop which one to develop a game on?
Really, it depends, I guess, on what my inspiration is and what kind of project it is. Because, like my most recent game that I shared at Dasher.
Beautiful platformer. I love Dasher.
That was so simplistic. I mean, I can create new designs for levels in that, just in an hour or so. It was that. If I want to do something fast, the Atari Basic or the Atari 2600, I can develop much faster for. On the 7800, it's so much more time consuming, mostly because of the advanced graphics capabilities. So if I want to design something really interesting and cool, I could spend months only working on graphics without even touching the code yet. So it just takes longer on the 7800. So it depends on what I'm in the mood to do. If I want to do something that is going to have a conclusion quickly, or if I just want to know that it's going to be a big project.
Right. So I think that's about the end of my questions. Do you have any upcoming games that you're working on that you'd like to talk about, or maybe something we didn't cover that you'd like to add about Realm of Rieseg?
I did want to give some thank yous. I think I've said before and other times I've talked to you about how important the community is to me. The very beginning of Rieseg, the biggest problem I had was simply character movement and random terrain, or Dwayne. He worked for hours getting that slippery movement working correctly for me, so that you wouldn't stick to walls or stick to corners when you tried to go around walls, and that was all Dwayne, and I'm so thankful for that. Carl G was a great resource for bug testing. I appreciate you guys for playing my games on your show too. That's a huge help. I love seeing people play it, and it helps.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we play it on the show, so that developers can literally see somebody else playing it real time, and we start from usually try and start from a naive point of view, like not playing the game going into it, so you can see what it's like when a new player pops in the game and go to a level where you're somewhat competent in playing the game. So I'm glad it's helpful for the developers for us playing the game on the show.
Yeah, and as far as next projects, I just started I think I'm going to work on a 7800 project next, and Dasher kind of inspired me to do another platformer, and I've never done a platformer on the 7800.
Nice, it needs more. So that's what I said. That's for sure.
So that's probably what I'm going to do next. For the last month or so, I've been working on just trying to develop a game engine. Not really a game yet, but just to make sure I can get all the details perfect before I even begin diving into making something I can share.
Oh, that's
so
exciting.
yeah. If I'm gonna do it, I want it to be cool. So I want to make sure I can. I want to make sure I can do it before I share anything.
Yeah.
So maybe something beginning of next year, I'll have something ready to share on the forums that you guys could play.
Oh, sweet.
So
that's excellent. Right up my alley. I love platformers and shooters. Yep, those are my jam. And puzzle action games. That'll make Tanya happy as well.
I do like puzzle action games. Yes.
And I I don't think I ever mentioned it in the forum or to you guys, but one of the inspirations to obviously the original adventure, but there was another MS-DOS game called Indenture. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that or played it.
Heard of it, I think, but what was that one like?
It was a clear homage to the original adventure game. However, it included, and I don't remember the exact number, but probably over 1,000 screens.
Okay.
Wow.
So what I did was on the first couple of dungeons, maybe the first 3 dungeons, are at least somewhat modeled after some mazes out of that Indenture game that was written for MS-DOS, probably in the 90s. I wish I had the details in front of me, but I do not. But yeah, if you did a Google search for Indenture for the PC, you would find it, and it's freely available to download.
Oh, Phillip Meyer says he played it, and Nostalgic says he remembers it. So yeah, people recognize that.
Yep, and it was definitely modeled after the original Atari adventure game. It looked just like it.
Okay. So before I let you go, what is the arcade game in the background? I've been staring at it, and I can only see like a sliver of the
Let's see,
screen.
what is playing now? Well, at the moment, it's just cycling through on a screensaver mode, so it just shows demos of all the games I have installed. So nothing's actually up and playing right now. Most recently, I think I played the Spiders Arcade because of I started playing that because of John's release. It's a fun game.
that game is so good. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on. Always a pleasure to talk with you, Steve.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And excellent new game release. So we will see you soon. Talk with you online.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye.
So, next up, we have... Now, I'm going to have to do this,
Okay.
I think. It's Edward Smith.
Okay.
Oh, and Kevin. Excellent.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, boy. Okay. Just have to...
Send an invite. Get both of them on the same
and
screen.
You can play
all
for
right.
a little bit and keep you all occupied while I
set it up for
set it up.
a meeting.
There you go. Keep playing.
Me? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to put the new one in.
Oh, I think I found it.
Got this lovely wand, which is making all the bad guys flee from me. Oh, not anymore. So hard. I should look at the chat. I don't think I've looked twice
Well,
this entire game.
You, so.
It is far from me. It needs to be about double the font size too.
Yeah.
For me. I think that's a gem.
Okay, I think I have it going. We will see. As people join, we will... And I will get the next game ready, which is Strike Zone Bowling.
Such a good game.
Are you excited?
I am.
Oh my goodness. Strike Zone Bowling is by Edward Smith, E.A. Smith, and Kevin Mosley. Kevin MOS3. And packaging is by William Thorpe, BitJag. Whose name we have mentioned multiple times. So, Strike Zone Bowling is Edward Smith is a 2-time Atari Homebrew Award winner, along with Kevin Mosley, because they are a team.
Nice.
Including Best Graphics for Strike Zone Bowling, which you will be seeing why it won for Best Graphics.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got Edward, and we're just... waiting for... Oh, no, disconnected. Try again. This waited too long. Give it another try, guys, to connect to the link I sent you. And I will get the game ready. Oh, there we go. I will admit him this time. Early enough. That hopefully... There we go. Hello, Edward. 1 second. I'll bring you on cats have fluffed up the connection again. Yes, they have. Let me fix that. Luckily, it's surviving through all the interviews. It's just between interviews. There we go. Hello, Edward. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? So we're just waiting for Kevin. I did get a message from him and sent him the link, so hopefully he sees that, and we'll bring him in when he joins.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, we're all good. You can hear and see us? Excellent.
Yep.
So, here we have Strike Zone Bowling. Very, very exciting. And it is a winner for Best Graphics. And people will see why it's a winner for Best Graphics. Kevin Mosley has done a bang-up job on the graphics for this game. So I absolutely love the artwork done by BitJag on the box, with the bowling lane laid out diagonally for maximum impact. And the cooler than cool dude wearing the sunglasses on the front. Let me just show that to the people here while we unbox it. There's the cool dude. He's wearing his sunglasses inside in the bowling alley, I'm guessing. And he's got his bowling glove on. Can you tell us about the collaboration with William Thorpe designing the artwork for the physical release of the game?
Yeah, well, Al made that marriage, so he had the idea of having Will do the art, and Kevin had a kind of a rough sketch that he provided as kind of an idea, and then Will ran with it, and it turned out fantastic. But really? Kevin kind of had a very rough sketch idea, and then Will took it and ran with it, and we pretty much let him do his thing, and that's what we got. So it's beautiful. So.
Yep, and even on the flap, you can see a little bowling pin and a bowling ball. Oh, the little hidden extras. I love it. Cover to cover graphics here. Mm-hmm. There we go. There's the cartridge. And included with this one is a poster, which I always love to see. So let's show the poster that comes with it. Strike Zone Bowling. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. And the manual as well. Let's open it up because I love when it continues on. There's a trajectory of a spin ball right there. And I'll show the inside of the cover here. And you can play as the male or female player. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely stunning manual here. So let's pop it in and get it going so people can see why it won for Best Graphics.
It's a bit crunchy.
There we go. Sometimes it gives a little fight.
Atari Plus. Ready.
Oh, here we go. Got Kevin. Let's bring him in. Excellent. There we go. Now, let me just rearrange the interview. That's a little bit better, so we can see both of you. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So, Strike Zone Bowling goes above and beyond with everything, including the incredible number of full-screen graphics, third-person perspective bowling, and the animations like you see in a bowling alley for the strikes and spares. So knowing that the origins of the game start with the 2019 Pro Bowling, was the development of the game a slow build, adding the features as time went on, or did you have a complete vision of the game that made it onto this cart?
like I thought I can take that one to start. Basically, after Kevin and I did a couple projects together, and I saw what he could do with graphics, I just thought, that the original game could be improved, and I had this idea of like the bowling alley experience, like the whole checking in, getting the shoes, after the game, going to the snack bar or whatever. And without Kevin, skills, I never would have been able to realize that. So it was basically, now that I knew that he could make that kind of thing happen, it was executable at that point. So it was all kind of the idea that hit me at once. And then also, I had been kind of unhappy with a couple things in the original game. It was too difficult to get a perfect game. It was too difficult to pick up spares and stuff like that. So I kind of always had a few things that kind of bugged me that I wanted to change, but I never would have done it if it weren't for, knowing that with Kevin's graphics, it could be turned into something special.
Yeah.
The bowling alley thing, I never could have been able to pull that off by myself. It had to have been his, his ability to make those screens. But it kind of all came together very quickly because pretty much all the gameplay was already kind of there from the previous version. So most of the new things were just tweaking that a little bit. Right. Like I said, to make
strikes and spares and hitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I had the hot streak thing is a new feature, and so that's kind of the thing that makes it easier to get a perfect game. But just tweaking those things, and then most of it was just adding in the graphics and the new screens and everything.
Yeah. And I saw that Steve Ramirez bowled a perfect game recently and posted it in the forums, which is, of course, Steve did it. That was awesome to see. So you've developed a number of sports titles, including baseball, tennis, golf, basketball, and even beer pong. You've really went the extra mile for Strike Zone Bowling in terms of even showing that screen, showing where you go and eat afterwards. An immersive experience from top to bottom. Is bowling something that you played a lot of in real life, or were you just aiming to create the definitive Atari 2600 bowling game?
Well, I'm not a big bowler, actually. But, I was, back when I was making all those games, I was just thinking about what's a game that I would like to play. It's not on the system currently. There's never been kind of a, first-person perspective bowling game. Let me see if I can do it. And then of all those games, the one that I thought might have a chance to be, the gameplay was kind of there, but it was just unpolished.
Yeah.
And so once Kevin and I started working together, I just thought that, that's one that could be turned into something special with Kevin's help. So it was really just that, of all those games, I thought the bowling one kind of seemed to kind of strike a chord with some people. It was kind of a unique thing. And then, it was really after just working with Kevin that gave me the idea to, hey, this could be turned into something cool, with his input. And maybe someday, who knows, we'll go back and revisit the other ones, but
that'd be amazing.
The bowling one especially was very was one of those
getting to be an expert here. She's bowling a lot of strikes and spares. She's getting better.
Right. And the bowling game was one of the ones that was kind of the least polished of all of them, where it's just one screen. Like you boot it up, it's the bowling alley screen and nothing else. I didn't have a title screen or anything, and so it kind of was the one that I needed. If any one of them kind of could use more polish, it was kind of that one. So it just kind of all lined up to where that was the one that I went back and revisited. But I have no particular passion for bowling. I suck at bowling. To be honest with you, one of the things that took me it was the hardest thing about the game, and one of the reasons why it's not so polished, is because it took me so long to get the scoring part worked out. I had to even kind of relearn the bowling scoring and stuff. And so once I finally got the scoring worked out, I was almost like, okay, I'm done. I'm moving on. So it was very bare bones. So I'm glad that we went back, and now I'm proud of it. Finally.
Oh yeah. It's like I said, it is now the definitive bowling game on the 2600. I don't think anybody should even attempt to make a bowling game now after this, because there's no way it can be any better. So along with your other game, Dark Keep, Strike Zone Bowling has some of the best full screen graphics seen on any 2600 game. So you've collaborated on so many great games with Kevin. Both of you two have collaborated on some amazing games. Can you talk a little bit about the collaborative process between you two and how the programming and the graphics work during the development of the game?
You want to take this one, Kevin?
Well, as we already talked about, Ed already had a really solid bowling game, and Pro Bowling was my favorite release that Ed had done. I don't think I've ever actually told Ed that. And getting to work on the graphics of that was a lot of fun, and I have to thank Ed that he pretty much let me do anything I wanted with it. I would go with the feature, and he would add it, or he just kind of let me go hog wild on the graphics, and had 32K to work with, so we pretty well crammed it up with full of playfield data and sprite data, and Ed would have an idea, and I would go to work on plotting out the pixels with. I actually use Photoshop for it, which is probably the weirdest program to use. But I go in with a single pixel resolution, and I'll plot everything out, and then I'll go and I'll put it into a notepad, and we were always just sending files back and forth, and sometimes I'd be really surprised at how quickly a screen would come together. Like the Clerk, I never expected that Clerk to turn out the way it did.
Oh, so good. The shifty eyes.
The basis of that Clerk was the merchant from the bazaar in Dark Keep, and then he just added to a lot, and then I added in the shoe rack behind and stuff like that. But I just thanks to Ed for pretty much providing the framework to add whatever could be added.
Yeah. And Kevin's selling himself short. He did some of the programming stuff himself, where he would go in and he would make a lot of adjustments.
Okay.
And we would just talk about kind of what to change, and he did a lot of the actual hands-on stuff too with the programming. But it was very collaborative. I mean, I would have an idea, he would throw back an idea, and then we kind of agree on it. And he would add a lot of little things. Like, that's the thing I was talking about, like the polish. Like, I would be happy just to have the gameplay and kind of it's good enough.
Yeah.
But he would push for polish details, and I'd be like, no man, that's too hard. No way. I mean, seriously, even in Dark Keeps too. And the other game we did together, it was Kung Fu Compat. He would come up with an idea, and I would say, no way, too hard. It's done. And then it was, the next day I would be like, that's a great idea, and I would come up with a way to make it happen. So he kept pushing me, and like just little things like in the bowling game, like in between the shots when the little arm comes down, to kind of clean the pins. I never would have thought of that, and that was his idea. And that those little things just make a lot of difference, I think, in those details make a lot of difference, and that's really a lot of that's Kevin. So.
Yeah, it really, all this adds to it. Like, the core of the game has to be good. It has to be, you feel like you're being accurate with your bowling. You can replicate your throws over and over again. But everything that adds to it really elevates the game from good to great. So when after Esamir's posted that he got a perfect 300 game, there was an implication that there's a little extra in the game. So have you thrown in some extras that people are going to be discovering as they play the game?
Oh, it's just there's an Easter egg which no one has ever. If someone's found it, they've never posted about it. But it's just it's at the very end of the game. It's no big deal. It's actually a much cooler thing in the Halloween version that we did. The Easter egg at the very end is pretty neat. So, but no one's ever seem to have discovered that, or if they have, they just didn't think it was cool enough to share. So,
okay, so
there's a screen that a lot of people maybe not have seen, and it's not a big deal, but it's the Halloween one, though. I definitely recommend if you can play the Halloween version, and you can score a... Should I give it away, Kevin, how to find it?
Well, maybe give
go
a hint.
ahead. At least...
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say at least the prerequisite for getting it.
Right.
The other part might be a little bit self-explanatory if you think about it, because it makes sense of how you would get it, but the prerequisite for sure should be shared.
Right, if you score 200 or beyond, whatever that game over screen is, there's like you can access the, Easter egg or whatever you call it there. So.
When it
but
shows
it's a little bonus.
The person celebrating for throwing a strike, the shadowing is just impeccable. It just the graphics and the colors, it's so well done. Like absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That's something that I never would have thought to do, but if you look at it, there's a shadow on almost every, like in the cut screens, the spare screen, there's a shadow on the ball. The bowler, there's a shadow as you approach. That's all Kevin. I mean, that's, go back and look at Pro Bowling. I mean, I had kind of this very blocky guy. It looks, it's like, it's the same, but it's so much less polished. So all that stuff is Kevin. I'm amazed. And again, for those that haven't played Dark Keep, you got to check that out. That's still, to me, I think is the most impressive graphics, because there's just so many more screens and everything. So that's all Kevin too. So
yeah, Dark Keep is stunning. Right. The graphics in that, probably the best in any 2600 game in terms of full screen graphics. It was unbelievable the first time I saw it.
And there are a lot of better graphics probably, like with the newer programming techniques and stuff. But I'm like a dinosaur with my knowledge of programming, so I'm still just using the two sprites, missiles and ball kind of thing.
Well, that's even more impressive then.
But not because I'm a purist, just because I don't know how to do the other stuff. I'm sure that if I did, I would. But within those limitations, I think we've tried to maximize what can be done. And I think that's Kevin's kind of a wizard with all that stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely is. Yeah, the combination of the both of you results in amazing games every single time, and it's always a pleasure to play them. Not just play them, experiencing them on the show. Like it's like no other games. Really great.
That's very kind.
Yeah. So, is there any upcoming games that you would like to mention that you're working on, or anything that we missed talking about this game before we let you go?
We don't have anything in the works right now. I think we're still planning eventually to put out a physical release of Dark Keep.
Oh, nice.
That's right. But in terms of any new projects, I'm kind of out of ideas at the moment. I had like a creative spurt there for a few years, and the well's kind of dry right now. But you never know.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up at some point, I'm sure. Kevin, anything else you're working on?
No, nothing on this end.
No.
Well, hopefully.
Stuff is all on me. I only hold up on that. So.
Yeah. Well, looking forward to the release of that and the packaging for Dark Keep as well. That'd be amazing. And I guess there's the IP to deal with possibly, and renaming it. I don't know how that's going, but that's a really fun kind of board game translated into video game, which makes it much more accessible, because it's probably not very easy to get your hands on a fully functioning version of, I guess it's Dark Tower as the board game, so that's not too bad. But yeah, be able to play certain games are better to play on the computer because you don't have to deal with a ton of pieces, or having a fully working board, or especially in that case electronics as well. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for making this incredible bowling game. I'm sure it's going to make a ton of people happy. And Tanya's just kicking ass now. Well, getting better.
Well,
let's
getting
say.
better.
And thanks for all the thanks for all the support that you've given us. So we appreciate it.
Of course. Anytime. It's always a pleasure to play your games. And we will talk with you soon and see you online. Bye, guys. Glad you could both be here. Bye-bye. Excellent. So, next up, do we have Bernie hiding somewhere? Because it's his time to shine. Did you hide Bernie? Is he...
I think he fell down the back again.
So no
no, he's here. He's here.
Okay, so no interview right now. Muddy Funster Lewis Hill is none available to be with us.
Oh no! Well, we
unfortunately.
do have Bernie with us.
Bernie's going to be a stand-in.
Yeah.
For Lewis. He can answer the questions.
Poor Bernie.
Bernie, how have you been over these years being attacked by cats?
Yeah.
You're a little fluffy.
He's a little fluffy.
Needs a little trim.
I think so.
Yeah, but he survived.
The cats have been enjoying their time with Bernie, so let's put him back up here for now.
Yeah, he can get a good seat.
He gets a good
for
seat.
the unboxing.
That's right.
Of his game, Bernie and the Tower of Doom. Let's get that one out. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Bernie and the Tower of Doom.
Nice.
Muddy Funster Lewis Hill is a 6-time Atari Homebrew Award winner, including Best Work in Progress for Bernie and the Tower of Doom. So let's unbox this. It is a puzzle action game right up Tanya's alley. It is
right up there.
So
Platformer
much fun.
too, you could say.
Yes, it has platforms. Even you can't jump over the platforms, but that is not necessarily a need.
No.
In terms of terming
the gameplay,
a platform. So let's show this off. Let's zoom in. There, that's the right one.
Yay,
here's the front cover.
Bernie.
There's Bernie. He's changed color.
Bernie?
He's
orange.
yellow. Yeah.
He's orange.
Yeah, he's bright orange in real life.
Well, this guy, yeah.
Yeah. There's the front. There's the back. Actually didn't notice that star before.
Very nice.
Very nice incorporating that because that's part of the gameplay.
Yeah.
That is your goal, really.
Well, you got to get the stars.
Got to get the stars, so let's open
get
it
through
up.
The levels. Go through the towers.
So, Lewis Hill for programming, Michał Szablowski for the music, Dave Hughes for additional graphics, John Calsano, Atari Boy 2600, which we actually got it on camera and talked to at PRGE.
Yeah,
so that was
nice.
a lot of fun. And for the cover art, and William Thorpe, BitJag for the packaging design. Oh, NTSC. Yeah, this is maybe PAL Bernie, because Muddy Funster lives in PAL land.
PAL land, gotcha.
So we've got an NTSC Bernie.
Ah, very nice.
So his color's a little bit different. So there is the cartridge.
Oh, look who's back.
Oh, I think he's
one of the main villains in Bernie and the Tower.
Yeah, he's not explicitly shown in the game.
But he's there.
He's there.
He's there.
Lurking.
Stalking Bernie in the background there.
Yeah. So this one comes with a poster. There we go. Bernie in the Tower of Doom and his friend the wizard. Bernie's having fun.
Yeah,
flowers.
smiling.
He's happy. He's doing okay.
Yeah, he's outside.
Despite
he's
the
touching
danger
grass.
he's in.
You know.
Yeah, he's touching grass.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I love this format where it folds out
and it's a full
bigger
scene.
picture.
Yeah.
And there's the AtariAge
very nice
logo on the top of the castle.
AtariAge Tower.
Yeah. That's where Al lives.
Yeah. At the very top.
At the very top
in
the tower. There we go. There's some pages explaining everything in the game. Ooh, look at that.
That is quite the mountain.
Yeah. Extra pages. Fill it with mountains.
Sir,
no.
Sir.
No.
You leave Bernie alone.
Okay, so let's pop it in. We're going to have to switch over to the 7800 now. We're in 7800 land. Just have to switch out the audio plugs. Because the RetroTINK only has one audio input in terms of analog audio.
I see.
Pop out the 7800 GD.
In goes Bernie.
That's right. switch over to 7800. And
Al says, I actually live in the dungeon.
oh no, he has to get out and frolic with Bernie.
Yeah.
In the grass at some point then.
Well,
Okay, let's switch over and start up the game. Get that off the screen.
someone's got to make Bernie's carts, so you know.
Well, that's true. In the dungeon.
In the dungeon he goes.
Oh, nope, not that one. Thought that was cat. Bernie's coming down from the top of the screen. There's Bernie doing the hard work.
He is. Yeah, look at him. He's strong. What a great opener.
Oh, yeah. Okay, press button.
Is this the right one?
Oh, we'll make sure.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Just the other button.
I'll jump right into the game. We've shown the credits and I can talk about it. You can zip through this to the gameplay. You can watch our previous gameplay for the... Oh, look at those graphics.
Oh, what a lovely...
So beautiful.
Lovely
Forest of Fabloom. Make sure we can hear it. Let me read a little bit about the game. It was just 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. Bernie and Mrs. B were enjoying a nice cup of afternoon tea when their peaceful afternoon came to an abrupt end. A wizard male owl had made a rather unfortunate landing in Bernie's garden. Attached to the dazed owl's leg was a small parchment. Bernie retrieved the parchment, and it was sealed with a red letter M. It could only be from Bernie's old and faithful friend, Melvin, the really forgetful. So the object of the game is to track down Cedric and put a stop to his evil plans, take over Eldoria. Don't look at Bernie. Look at him on the screen, not up there. Eyes on the screen. Cedric is believed in beating the Tower of Doom. With the help of the 3 Magi, you will need to follow the trail of clues and track Cedric down. Bernie will have to navigate different challenges in each area. And each area of the game contains ancient towers that must be defeated. Each tower has 5 floors. And you get enough lives, and if you don't use up all your lives, you get kicked out of the tower and start again. So, let's read about all the different characters that we're seeing on the screen right now. So, you need to bounce on each of those stars to collect them, and you need to clear the whole game of the stars. And you can see in the bottom right hand side 4 out of 5, and you can go through breakable floors. These floor tiles can be broken by jumping on them, and that's the bubbles. There are ladders to climb, can be climbed by Bernie and some enemies, and those are sleepy guys. Let me read about those. Do they detail the enemies in here? Oh, they don't. Do they? Yes, they do. Those are Grumpkins. Are usually a bit grumpy, but the mind control ray has made them super sleepy. You might think this is a good thing until you disturbed one that is napping. Oh, you disturbed him. Ooh, it's gonna be close, but you can do it. Run! Run! They do not like being woken and will charge at full speed until you get out of their line of sight.
Did you get him?
Bad kitties!
He's a grumpkin. That's basically what he is.
Where is he? Oh, I found him. He's going to have to sit here with us.
Are you a grumpkin? Yes, you are.
Tari's the grumpkin in this situation. Behind the couch again. Thank you, Nostalgic. Yeah, I disabled all the alerts just so it's not interrupting.
Yeah. Not interrupting.
Today.
The interviews.
And that guy is a Spudling, the pink guy on the screen. Spudlings are usually happy and friendly. However, the mind control ray has made them very angry. Queen Russet can be found in Fabloom. Maybe she can help. Spudlings are under the effect of mind control ray and are very purposeful and generally stick to whatever path they're on. So these guys that you're seeing on the screen are actually peaceful people in the land. They're not normally these things that are chasing after you. So you have to correct all the things that have gone wrong. So right up there is the strength potion, which makes you stronger, so you can push things. And now we're kind of getting into the realm of you have to do things in the right order.
Yes.
Or things go awry.
They do.
And floating toilets. Well, there's two ways you can do it.
Can you kill him?
I wouldn't push that down. One, you
him?
could get under the toilet, fall down, and then make sure you're recovered before he comes back.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Or I think you can also go down the ladder and
run it. Yeah.
Run it, yeah. So I think there's two ways, and both have their different challenges.
Yeah, you have to do that last.
And you have to do that star first because you have to push those things over, which block the star. So it's getting a little into the more puzzly territory now. So what is the next? Oh, we're coming up on the next interview. So I'll let you finish this level. And there's a bunch more. Oh, ducked in behind. There you go.
That was easy.
Yeah. And we'll just take a look at the next one.
The next one?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And which floor are you on? Press button?
Is it the fifth one? I can't
Oh, you're on the last floor. 1-5, so the fifth one. So maybe we will actually let you finish this one. Whoa! That was 1 pixel away from death. Perfect. Run. Nice.
1 pixel away from death.
It's a good name for something.
A band or a shirt? I'm not sure.
Probably a song. It's a little long.
Oh, he
little
got
verbose.
me right on the edge.
1 pixel, or an album name. That's actually a good album name. 1 pixel away from death.
Yes.
Yeah. Flying toilet. Yeah. I was going to say something about flying toilets are like a staple of European 8-bit era games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, British European game. It's very strange. I don't know why. I don't know how toilets became part of the dialogue of video games, but they did.
I think you just have to do it fast. I think I just slightly paused.
Yeah, and you did it fine. Now that bubble. Oh, I see.
You loop back around.
You lead him as you bounce on the bubble to the left-hand side. Go through the bubble, fall through. That's probably enough time. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to lead that guy back a bit. Now you are clear to go. Tight. Oh!
Oh!
Wow, that's
I really did
tight.
need to lead him just ever so
Wow,
slightly more.
that is tight.
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you're bouncing the bubble.
Oh.
That's okay. Okay. Good stuff. We have to play this on After Dark and get to the end.
Yeah, we haven't gone all the way through it, have we?
We were playing it when it was
Still in beta, kind of.
And we
yeah.
made it to a certain point and finished that
point.
Point of it.
Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah, we do need to bring it back and
just do a full run in After Dark.
Go the whole way through.
Yeah. So the next game we're going to be... Oh, Bernie.
Poor Bernie.
Poor Bernie. Constantly attacked.
Constant.
But he needs to be there and
he
watch.
does. He likes to watch.
He
so.
just likes to watch the games as we play them. So the next developer that we're going to be talking to developed Mousetrap. It is Darryl Guenther. Darryl 1970. And he is a 2-time Atari Homebrew Award winner. And we're going to be playing this on the 7800. Here is Mousetrap. Here we go. Let's switch over to us. Here's Mousetrap. Let me get it out of the plastic in preparation.
Oh. Excellent.
And of course, probably because I'm disconnecting from it, and that's why it goes bad. But that's okay. We will.
It's having trouble again.
Yeah, every time I disconnect, it's like, nah, you're done with that. But I can fix it. I know how to fix it quick, so. I need to disconnect it. Very silly. Very silly. Disconnect it, reconnect it, and then deactivate and reactivate. And there we go.
Perfect.
So, oh, that's not what I need to do. Wrong one. Welcome, Darryl, to AtariAge Day. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing very well. So we are going to unbox brand new release, Mousetrap for the Atari 7800.
Great.
So, can you talk a little bit about the cover art done by Atari Boy 2600 John Calzano, which is absolutely gorgeous cartoon style, which works perfectly with the game.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it back in the 2023, January 2023 is where I started the idea of Rat Trap. And John had come up, I don't remember where exactly, but he came up with some ideas for the Rat Trap box. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. We're all good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm showing off the box while you talk.
No problem. No problem. I just want to make sure.
You're all good.
Yeah, so he had this stuff in waiting as long as the game has been waiting to come out, you know?
Wow.
So it went from Rat Trap to Mousetrap to an official port, which is nice.
That is exciting.
And so when Al said at the last minute that, hey, we can get this in time for PRGE this year, everybody came together and we used the artwork that John had worked on previously.
Yeah, it's so striking. The colors are great, very vibrant.
Yeah.
And you get a poster with it, which is always a nice bonus. And you get that really great 3D effect looking down. And it's got everything from the game. It's got the dog, the cat, the bones, even the AtariAge logo on the boxes, which I assume have the game in them. the game Mousetrap in them. And here is the manual with the full expanded cover. That is absolutely gorgeous when you pull it out like that. I love this new format.
Yeah.
And there's some pages of the manual for people to take a look at. Okay, so let's pop it in and dive into a bit more about Mousetrap. And I'm really glad it did get the official name. So
the controller?
People have some, have a reference to like, oh yeah, this is the arcade game. And I'm plugging in the special adapter, which we're going to talk about in a question coming up. Here we go. Hopefully that's all set correctly. Should be. Okay, so let's boot up the game. So far so good with these cartridges, which is nice. Oh, you've gone silent. Let me get you back. 1 second. I don't know why it does that. Probably touched a cable there and zapped it, which it does in the winter. Did I get you back right away? No, I have to unplug it. Nobody wants a frozen Darryl. There we go. Okay, you're back. So ports for Mousetrap were released for the 2600, ColecoVision, and Intellivision. So can you talk a little bit about your history with the game Mousetrap and your motivation to bring it to the 7800?
Sure. So Mousetrap, let me see here. There we go. Mousetrap wasn't really on my radar until the Buckner Garcia Pac-Man Fever album came out. right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I heard the music, and you had the sound effects from all the games in there, and I heard the, where the mouse would eat the cheese, and they had the hawk sound, and wow, that sounds like a really interesting game. And then at one point in my junior high days, one of my mom's friend was, staying nearby. She's like, hey, let's go to the Good Time Pizza. It was a little Chuck E. Cheese ripoff. And they had a mousetrap game there. And I thought, wow, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I put a quarter in it, and I was horrible, and I walked away. Never.
Well, it did its job then. It ate your quarter.
Yes. Yes. So when Bob DiCrescenzo's made so many ports with the 320 mode in the 7800, and when I got MAME and saw Mousetrap and MAME, I eventually learned to play it and did all right with it. And I noticed they're really high resolution sprites, and they're sharp. And I thought, oh, this would be a perfect single color high resolution sprite to create on the 7800.
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be my 320 high res game.
Yeah.
And I actually, if you go to clear your high scores in this, if you have a high score device in, you'll see the original 320 sprites that I created for the game.
Oh.
Yeah, but somewhere in there, I thought, I just like this cute blue mouse with the pink nose and the buck tooth sticking out. I kind of wanted to take advantage of all those colors and stuff, and I went that route.
Yeah, no, it looks absolutely great. So, since your game uses 4 buttons, one for turning into dog and the other 3 for the 3 doors, you have really left no stone unturned in terms of providing support for multiple control schemes, including the SNES to Atari adapter, which we're using, with a SNES Super Advantage controller, because I love arcade sticks, which we're using right now. There's even been a custom arcade-style joystick made for you by BD Retro ROMs. There it is! Nice! I wouldn't be able to use that because it's right-handed, but I'm guessing that's made for you.
That's funny because he's left-handed. He prefers the left-handed.
Oh,
and so he does make them left-handed. It's kind of a choice.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they are personal joysticks. So how important was it for you to get the control scheme right and provide all these options? Because it even works with the standard controller as well.
Well, if I can tie that question in with going back to, John doing the artwork for Mousetrap, he also did the artwork for Popeye. So, we've got that connection. And then William Thorup created the manual, which was just great to not have to do that. He came up with such great verbiage. And one of my biggest fears about this game was there's so many different controlling options. Is it going to confuse the average consumer? And man, he nailed it out of the park in the back. He's got little charts, and if you're using the Super Nintendo or the Genesis keypad, you can hit the start button to pause, and if you hit the shoulder buttons, the left and right or whatever they are on the Super Advantage, you hit those while it's paused, it resets so it's couch compliant. If you're using one of the the buttons.
Excellent.
So I really 320 sprites. A lot of my games come from like a technical curiosity. It was 320 sprites, and the other was there's this new Super Nintendo SNES to Atari adapter
from Attack of the Pesky Robots.
This game would work perfectly for a 6-button controller, or 4-button in this case. And so that was one of the keys, was to make it work with the Super Nintendo controller and make it lay out nicely.
Yes.
And the later on the Mega 78 came out. So it's like, okay, well, let's incorporate the Mega 78.
Right, yeah.
And then what about people who don't have either one of those? I wanted it to still be playable.
Yes.
So there's different options for, you hold the alternate button, and the same pattern as the button. Left is red, Up is yellow, right is blue if you're using the standard, the standard layout.
Right.
The joystick behaves the same way, and that that pattern in my head, I figured, well, you hold the button and you do the joystick left, up, and right.
Yep.
So
and
it's the same as your
first version. That's the first version I played of it, was just using the standard joystick, and it was totally doable.
Yeah.
It worked really well. You just had to get it in your head. This is this color. This is this color. This is this color. Yeah.
Right. And there's two modes for that. There's in the settings. There's a mode where you can have the mouse stop when you hold the button or keep going.
Yeah.
For me, I like to push. Like if I'm pushing left, I'm going to continue going up if I'm already going up. So I like to use that inertia, and I didn't want to stop when I pushed the button. But some other, players asked for that option, so now it's an option you could turn on, off, and on.
Right. I could see the advantage of continuing on in the direction that you want to keep going. So not to stop gameplay, but it's nice for all the options, and you definitely do have all the options.
Yeah.
And why not? It's not that much more to include in a game, right? It just takes, testing, make sure it works, it's smooth, it makes sense in your head once you've gotten used to that control scheme.
Yes. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Do you have a question? Okay. No, I was just going to say with the dual joystick mode, you can also use one joystick to control the mouse, and then the other one can be left for the door, up for yellow, right for blue, down for doggy. And then if you had a 7800 plus or a 2600 plus, you might be able to work something out that way.
Right.
Or that's the way this works. That's the reason this was programmed.
Oh, it's got two connectors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So that it'll play nicely with the plus line, and you don't need a high score dongle at that point, because the 7800 is going to plus, or 2600 plus is going to save your scores. Yep.
Yeah. That's smart to make it friendly to the plus line, so that if somebody's playing on that, they can take advantage of that.
Right.
So you've included Mouse Line as it's a variant of Pack Line as a bonus game on the cartridge. So can you talk a little bit about this extra game and the interesting twists that you've added to make it themed for Mousetrap? Because I thought that was really creative, what you did with Pack Line to really adapt it to Mousetrap.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the Pack Line, you had created Pack Line for the 2600. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, such a cool game,
I wasn't too familiar with it, and I just wanted to see, again, from a technical standpoint, I wanted to create a Pac-Man with a little monster and have it slowly catch up, to Pac-Man, and have, to work on that aspect of the I'm gaining on you type motion.
Yeah.
And when I ended up starting to make it into a game, I pulled the sounds out of Mousetrap, and I thought, why not pull the sprites out of Mousetrap?
Yeah, you already have them.
And then I thought, well, why not collect bones? But you don't need 6; that would make the game too easy. So I bent it in half. You can hold up to 3 bones at a time. I pulled all, I think, 27 prizes into it.
Nice.
So you can kind of camp out, and you can get a lot of prizes, just like Mousetrap. The secret to getting a high score in Mousetrap is to really go for all the prizes. Is to try to avoid right now, I would be where that cat is in the yellow. I would be in there, locked in there. When I know that the hawk's about to come out, I lock myself in that section by the inn, and as soon as the hawk comes out, I go into inn, and the hawk goes away.
Yes.
So there's these little things, and then I go and I collect all the prizes. And if you collect all the prizes, you have 110,000 by the time you clear level 1.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, that's how you rack up the score.
Yeah. So it's kind of a different way of thinking than Pac-Man, which is probably why I didn't like it as a kid, because all I thought of was Pac-Man. How does Pac-Man work?
Right. Yeah, it's got a different twist, and you brought that twist of saving the power pellets, in this case the bones, and not using them right away over to the pack line. So you can just keep on continuing to save up to 3.
Yeah.
And it does change the strategy of the game, of what pack line is. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And I will make it, and with pack line, if you do camp out too long, then you get crazy cat mode. I don't know if you remember that from the stream, but the cat will start lunging around at you. Yeah, it gets a little impatient and starts lunging at you.
Oh, so. Nice. Yeah, and it was great that you were able to put them both on the same cartridge because they are themed together, rather than because it's not, just like my game. It's not. I don't feel my game's big enough for a cartridge. It's not like who would pay for pack line, right? Right. It's too small. It's too contained for a game. So it's nice that you're able to get it onto a cartridge, and so that it has a physical form.
Yeah. The cost of that was that this game has been done since for the last 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
And it was a lot of work to get that in. I think Al said, we can go live with the actual Mousetrap name in probably August or September. August, I think it was. Maybe. And it's like, whoa, are we really going to be able to get this done by then? And then I went ahead and added pack line in there, which really did not work at first. That took a lot of work to get that. Because everything's named differently. They share the same graphics, but everything's named differently behind the scenes, and memory locations overlap and are reused. So I'm just happy that it worked and it's bug free. And then the 4th high score, you have novice, arcade, and expert. Then it was saving. If you normally use a Super Nintendo to Atari adapter, you could go into the settings and select that as your controller type from the settings, and it would save that on the high score device. So the next time you plugged it in, you were playing that.
Oh, nice.
But I needed that memory location in order to store the 4th high scoreboard for mouse line. And I thought it was important to be able to save that score.
I think so.
So now when you go in, if you're using the Nintendo 6 button, you have to go in and select it from the settings in order for the controller to work right. If you're using the Genesis with the Mega, it's the default.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad of a trade-off then.
No.
So we have a question from the chat. Did you consider using a keyboard controller / video touchpad as the second port as an option, and would it have been feasible on the 7800? Because that's not too bad of an option. Just have a 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 2, 4, 6, something like that. To trigger the doors.
I didn't think of it. I didn't think of that. I don't know how that
you already have 8. One more.
Right. I'll internet update.
That's right.
We'll push a patch through.
Yeah, just update 1.1 version. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never thought of that. I think the second joystick lends to where you could do something like that, though. I like the idea with the dual port and being able to make your own buttons and.
Yeah, and
so
you could wire anything up to it in the second port you want, just like that joystick. You could have a row of buttons or like a separate controller, any kind of configuration. Maybe somebody's got, like what I have, the pedal controller that I use in Turbo Arcade, and you could use the pedals, and they're color-coded, actually, the pedals, so you could assign the pedals to the doors, too. So just having the second controller as a wide open programmable make your own whatever, it opens the doors for a lot of different controls.
Now if I wasn't on this chat, I'd probably run down and get a controller and plug it in to see what it does.
That's right. So that's the end of my questions. Do you have any upcoming games that you're working on that you'd like to talk about, or mention anything that we didn't about this release that you wanted to add in?
Not too much. I see mouse lines on there now.
Yeah, that's good to show it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The the high score, like I said, if you go to the high score maintenance page, you get the high resolution mousetrap sprites that I originally was planning on making the game with. If there's kind of a little thing there.
Right.
There's the regular cheat code, but I think I have that in the settings. Once you've entered the joystick combination for the cheat code, you could turn the cheat on and off. But it's not really fun for games because you just don't die. You just keep going and nothing ever stops you. It doesn't save high scores at that point.
Great for testing.
So there's, yeah. So I don't know. Is the settings? Well, it has to reset for there. And no, I would say I dedicated this to my father who passed away a couple months before I started working on this. It was kind of one of those things where it was very busy as he was not doing too well, and after that I was like, okay, now what do? I went from being busy all the time, and this is kind of my thing that I did to have something to do. So I I dedicated this to him.
Yeah, and you have the dedication in the back page. That's really nice. That's wonderful. Yeah. Well, it's an absolutely incredible port of the arcade, and it's finally come to the 7800. It's been on all the other, second gen / third 2.5 gen consoles. So now it's on the 7800 as well. And the bonus of mouse line really makes it a great package. So
thank you.
And it's a beautiful release. The cover art and that John did is stunning. So
yes, yep, I agree.
and you avoided any upcoming games that you're working on.
Oh yeah, there's not really too much to talk about at this point.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But maybe something in
maybe
that you're thinking about.
I
don't have to name it, but
yeah, I want to. It's just a matter of what and priorities and things like that.
Yep.
So
yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I need to dedicate more time to programming as well. Get some more games on the go because I really love programming and making games.
Yeah, that's fun.
So thank you so much for joining us today, Darryl, and congratulations on the amazing release of the officially named Mousetrap. And we will see you online and in person next time. It was great seeing you up here at G again.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Right, bye.
Okay. Let's disconnect this so we can use a normal controller for the next game, because I don't think it... Oh, I shouldn't do that. But it's too late. Game's still on. Okay. Bernie is safe for now. Now we're on to our second to last game, which is Tunnels of Hyperion for the 7800 by Vladimir Zuñiga.
Very nice.
Who is a 9 times Atari Homebrew Award winner.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
It's unfortunately unavailable to join us, but we can still unbox this game and play it.
Excellent.
So let's get out Tunnels of Hyperion. Right here for the 7800. Let me switch over so we can show it off. There we go. And VHZC does things from top to bottom. It's all him. He does the programming, the graphics, the artwork for his releases, the manuals. He's a one-stop shop. And he even makes t-shirts as well, with which I have a couple.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing his today, but I did wear it last show.
Nice, yes.
The Bosconian shirt, because we played Kobo 800, which is influenced by Bosconian.
Nice.
So, yeah, he makes great shirts. So, there's the front.
Very nice.
And there's the back. There we go. And this is a side-scrolling shooter. And like a lot of his other games, it has a lot of different kind of... It's like a puzzle shooter. He always makes sure he puts puzzles. Some sort of puzzly type of thing in his games. There we go. Tunnels of Hyperion. Let's open that right the way. There's the back cover. And there we go. Beautiful artwork inside his manuals. He does them always in like a comic book form.
I like the style, yeah.
Very pared down,
Yeah.
very simple, very sparse, but lots of great artwork.
Well,
in
very
it.
very graphic and colorful.
Yes,
Yeah.
very,
I love it.
very,
yeah.
very colorful. He does it
Yeah,
such
very
a great
distinctive
job.
style to all of his art. Yeah.
So let's pop it in and play Tunnels of Hyperion. Oh, let's not start it up yet till I switch it over. There we go. Oh, actually I have to plug it in
Yes, that would be good.
so you can play. Because this is not, we don't have the Atari Mind Link, so you have to play with a joystick. That's an actual product. Strapped
Atari?
around your head, Atari Mind Link.
Okay.
And it read your brain waves to move things. It didn't actually get released, but it did exist.
Oh my goodness. Is there a slowing down that you can move forward and back?
Forward and back, but I don't think it slows you down. It just positions you on the screen. Yeah, there's kind of, you got to learn how
you
to
need to
navigate.
do?
Yeah, each thing's a puzzle that you have to navigate through.
Yeah.
Mission brief. The AI controlling the automated ice extracting mining facilities on Saturn's moon Hyperion went mad. Actually, we can take out the earpieces.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Something froze.
Let's blame my system for now.
I'm sure it is.
I can take the
Oh,
earpiece. No,
my
earpiece.
earpiece? Oh,
Earpiece,
yes.
yeah.
We're done.
We are done.
Excellent.
So the next two are VHZCs. Last two. Your mission is to destroy the main cybernetic brain located in the depths of the tunnels of Hyperion in order to save the few human workers and yourself, as well as regain control of the ice deposits.
Oh my goodness.
Mind Link homebrews. Think of the possibilities.
Yeah.
Nostalgic says, think. Get it? Somebody could still make the Mind Link nowadays.
Sure.
People make controllers. Oh my god, you're right up against the edge. Oh, you were anticipating that. Yeah, there's something flipping out on this game.
Oh, I'm terrible at timing that. You got to go forward. That's what you need to do. Is you can skip it and do the same thing again. Oh no! Hit the reset.
We may have to. While you're playing the next game, I am going to ready the binary.
Okay, just in case. It's probably me. Usually it's user error.
I don't think user
I keep
error-
dying at exactly the same spot, so.
Oh, I see. That makes it your fault.
And it's a spot. It should. Oh my goodness.
But I do see some flicker, so maybe it's...
Come on, you can get past that.
I'll reseat the cartridge next time, too.
Okay.
Just in case. I'll get the binary ready just in case.
Oh, no.
So just to rule out that it's the cartridge,
Fair enough.
I'll reseat it. I may need to clean.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Might just need a cleaning.
It might need
Sometimes that's all it needs.
Yeah.
Oh no. Also a little audio drift. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Beer Pocock's saying.
Thank you. Oh, between the game and us? Okay,
Maybe.
I can fix that.
Maybe. Sir, this gray cat's staring at me.
Let's see.
Yeah. A look of wanting.
Let me fix the audio drift now.
Hi. You want to come up here? There you go. attached. Oh, okay. You're gonna deal with the audio drift?
No, it's done.
Oh,
it should be done.
You're just not letting me play, that's all.
No, you played. I don't have to ask questions
That's
right
true,
now.
that's true.
So I get to play for a tiny bit. That's how you do it.
Well, you can go faster than it, too. You can just bypass it if you go forward.
Oh, yes.
All the patterns are vaguely coming back
It's
to me.
dangerous, but
No, it's
unless
not.
you've memorized it.
Not for that level. It's not too bad. So. Oh, the challenges.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint! Yay!
Oh God.
It's all coming
I've
back
played
to me.
this in a long time.
I know you. It is a bit of memorization on what's coming next and where you should be.
A little bit of anticipation, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of anticipation.
You can't. Oh my
yeah.
God! I forgot about those.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they come back at you.
Oh, just made that.
Okay. Oh my God. The next ones come back, so
They spin, these guys.
Oh,
you have to
my
be right in
goodness.
the middle, I think.
Yep, I'm gonna stay in the middle there. Okay, these guys shoot. Boom, 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 boom. Very cool effect, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stay right there and shoot them if I can. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, again. Let me shoot them. Then I don't have to deal with them. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, almost got all them.
Shame.
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 Oh God. Ah. Ah. Oh,
Yay! Checkpoint. Oh, this guy.
This is so cool. I think you shoot him? Yeah.
I think the head.
Oh, just the head, yeah.
I think he keeps going until you get his head a few times.
Oof. You can only really get him when he's coming down the screen, because otherwise you can't shoot backwards, so. There we go. Oh, oh, oh my goodness.
Yay, good job. Zone cleared. Zone 2.
Oh, they're saying
what
things. I can't read them. They're about the cartridge, I'm guessing. I will clean it, and I will... oh, God.
Here. Can I grab this?
Yep.
Sorry. There we go. Haha.
Tanya's in control now of the chat.
You're playing, so...
So what are they saying?
All right.
About the cartridge.
AtariAge just says the cards do get tested before I even label them, really.
I swear, I swear.
BR Pocock just says sub-second delay on the game versus graphics, I think, but I'm not sure exactly when he said that.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes it just needs a clean.
Yes.
That's what I find. We had a game
before.
recently that just needed cleaning on the...
No, it wasn't a game.
It was a Songbird, wasn't it? It was one of the other...
Oh, no, it was an Intellivision controller or something.
Or no, Vectrex.
Oh, no, it was the Vectrex.
It was a Vectrex game.
We planned to play 2 Vectrex games on the show. The first one worked, and the second one I just... Oh, my God, what do I do there? Second one I couldn't get working. And I talked to... playing, I can't remember the name.
Carl?
No.
Phillip?
No. Just
started
names.
with a C. No.
The Vectrex guy.
Yeah.
The Vectrex guy. Oh my God. How do I do this? Oh, I forget how to get past that. And did troubleshooting with him, and he said clean it, which silliness I didn't even think about. But he cleaned it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Because the cartridge may be clean. The cartridge may be perfect, right? Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go up top.
Oh,
that's how you do it.
Good stuff.
But the system, the console, may not be clean, so it's interfering. So by cleaning the cartridge,
you're kind of
you're cleaning the console at the same time.
Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly.
Thank you, Esther Ramirez. Vectrex guy.
Yeah, that's the Vectrex guy.
Yeah.
So I messaged Sean Kelly, and he said, "Oh, did you try cleaning it?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed."
Yeah.
and
so it did work.
I cleaned it, pushed it in and out a bunch of times, and yeah, totally.
No problems. Yeah.
So, but I'm not going to waste everyone's time by getting the isopropyl alcohol and doing that live. But I will do it immediately after. Actually, if you could grab the isopropyl alcohol
From upstairs?
From upstairs in the patio.
All right.
Make sure the alarm's off. And, oh god. And then the Q-tips. And we will do it live. Because I do want to show that the cartridges do work. Oh god. Oh god. No, I knew it. Where am I sent back to? Oh man. Back here. Oh, and in this game you get a timer, but for everything you shoot, you get more time. So actually it helps shooting things. I totally forgot about that aspect. It's very, very cool. Because VHZC uses timers extensively in his game for keeping track of things.
All right. Cartridge.
Okay, so we got it.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Q-tips.
My little ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, you play. I'll do that.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
You
die
get a
here.
lot further than I do. I was
Here we
going to
go.
do it over here, but that's fine.
Oh, I got it.
Those
I'm
are
just
the
more used to doing it.
Those are the little guys. Ah! Wow, you were doing very well without...
Sorry, you only have 3 seconds left to live. Unless you shoot a bunch of things really
oh, it's
quick.
not going to happen.
2 seconds.
2, 1. And... Oh, game over. What a great game over screen. Love it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
let's try this. Just got to get to the checkpoint. That's it.
That's right. No kittens. Not for you. No, leave them alone. Oh, kittens. It's always a fun time when there's kittens involved. So the cartridge isn't necessarily dirty.
Oh.
But by putting the IPA on the cartridge and then moving it in and out of the cartridge slot, will kind of clean the contacts on the slot.
Cartridges 101. Yes.
Yeah, cartridges 101.
It's
Oh,
looking-
it's in sync now, so that's good.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's what we
So
want
we'll
to
see
hear.
how far we can get now. So far, no... Oh, there's some glitching. It's going to crash.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm going to clean it a little bit more. And mail it back to Al.
Oh.
Pink screened it up.
Pink screen. Oh, no. Al said, yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just pour the IPA directly into the cartridge slot.
Apply directly to the forehead.
I feel like that might not be the best option.
It's an option.
It is. Oh, yeah, there are lots of things that are options.
We'll do one more try.
Is this the cart?
Yep, this is the cart. So far, so good. Oh,
No.
no. Okay. Maybe it's the cart.
Oh, no.
It's going to crash.
Oh, it started over.
Restarted.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Time to move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Which is the last game, which is a 2600 title, which is a VHZC game as well. Let me put the cap on the IPA, just in case.
Lots of suggestions out there.
Oh, yeah?
Unplug, pour alcohol, canned air, wait overnight.
Yep. Okay.
AtariAge, pseudographics. You can also put it in rice.
Put it in rice.
Just
how
pull all
much
the
rice?
moisture out. Yeah.
That's the problem. It's the moisture.
Just the whole console. Just dump it in a gigantic bag of rice. Yep.
So we have Robo Tito from VHZC. Let me go to the close-up. There we are, Robo Tito.
Very nice.
Long grain or short?
Yeah.
That is an important question.
Yeah.
That's
Not
a-
wild rice. No.
No, never wild rice.
Oh, it doesn't
It gets
absorb
too
so
wild.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't absorb as well.
Where did? Oh, he's still there. Yeah, hasn't gotten him again. Robo Tito.
So there's the front. And there is the back of Robo Tito.
Sashimi rice.
Sashimi. Yeah, not cooked rice.
Very nice. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
There.
Look at
Be
that
the
bright.
hand
I love
model.
the yellow. The yellow's really nice.
Oh, very striking.
Very striking.
And here is another kind of comic book. You get a comic book almost when you get to VHZC. And look on the back. Couch compliant. Very nice to see. Winner of Best 2600 Homebrew Original.
Nice.
Programmed in Chile. VHZC Games. AtariAge. Look at all those logos. Crazy.
You got to put lots of stamps on the back of your
Oh, yeah. Makes it look
manual.
official, right?
Yep.
There.
Very nice.
Beautiful. How to play. The credits, which is pretty much, yep, Vladimir. It says, it looks like a lot of people, but it's not. It's game design, programming, box design.
It's a lot of titles.
Manual design, label design, Vladimir Zuñiga.
There we go.
He does everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just got to put all the titles. Yeah.
It's important.
Very nice.
He could have put everything.
Yeah.
Vladimir. Okay, let's pop it in.
That's all.
And there we go.
Phillip Meyer says, I beat Tito. It's fun.
I beat Tito. It's so hard to remember because we play.
Oh, there's a question mark on the screen.
There you go.
Oh, that would be why.
Yeah. Where did I put the manual? Just had it. There we go. Oh, and I have to switch over the audio from the 7800 to the 2600. Sorry.
It's okay. I have no idea what's going on.
Audio switch.
Oh, I understand.
Too loud.
Too loud?
There we go.
Footsteps. I love their little dances. I
Yeah.
love the zombie dances.
It's the thriller dance.
It is.
Yeah.
So good.
Switch back to actual cam.
Oh.
There we go. Story. Due to a programming error in his system, Tito, Robo Tito, is allergic to scary things.
So am I, actually.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the scary things.
Just by definition, if it scares you, I think it's scary. Due to unknown events, he is trapped in a place infested with scary things like zombies, ghosts, bats, bouncing pumpkins, skulls, and all kinds of lurid beings. I love that 3D rotating. He's able to get 3D effects in 2600 games of rotation. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Pierre Pocock has copied the story. How to play. Your objective is to help Robo Tito exit. No, bad little baby cat. Get your claws out of Bernie. In order to accomplish this, he needs to find and open the 4 gates. To open the gates, he must locate the 4 letters that form the word exit that are scattered around the rooms in the garish building. So in the bottom left, there's his energy. Then there's the letters that he collects, and that's the question mark because you don't have a letter. Every letter opens the 4 gates that stand between the little robot and the exterior. Then you have a time, which counts as a score as well. So he loves doing the score as time, which is double duty, which is great. And there's no jumping in this game. Well, that guy can jump, but you can't. Well, he kind of bounces.
He drops.
He does drop, but
is that
he can't.
the edge of the screen?
Which? Oh no, you're fine. No, you can keep going. You can go that way.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't fall off.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it just
it's hard
freaked
to
me
know,
out a
right?
bit. I was like, is
Will I
that the
fall?
edge?
Phillip Meyer says, I beat Tito. It's fun. It is so good. And his games are the perfect balance of gameplay and length. They're never like super, super, super long where you would have to like have a save game or something or put it down and come back to it, but they're long enough to be extremely satisfying. So remember, he can crouch. I don't know if you had to do that yet. He can duck. And also, another trademark of VHZC is having to go through the same levels, but in a different way or in a different level, above and below. And also VHC is good for... No, these cats love Bernie. Hi, Soft Cat. Oh, cuddles. Force cuddles. And VHC is good for posting work in progress binaries as he's making the game to get feedback from people in terms of difficulty, bugs, and I really appreciate that. And it's better, and it's good for the dev too, because then they know if there's any issues.
Supposed to go up or down?
I think up. Because I think you came from the
below.
bottom. See, this is a good example of using the same screen for two different parts.
Go this way.
I wonder which way you have to go.
There are little hints.
Robo Tito featuring SGI graphics. Did Sid discover going after Bernie by trying to copy Atari?
100%.
Yes, I can almost guarantee it's 100% because this little guy loves to do what Atari does. If he sees Atari doing it, he's like, oh, I want to do that too. He loves his older brother.
He does.
And at first, Atari did not... it took a little while to warm up to Sid. Because Atari's an old grumpy cat. He's not that grumpy. He's a very loving cat. But when it comes to a new cat in the house, he was not super enthused at first. Okay. But you wanted to cuddle with him. He still doesn't cuddle. He tolerates Sid now when he's beside him on the couch.
That's true.
He just doesn't move away now.
Yeah.
I don't think Atari has ever come over and laid down beside Sid, but he has not moved when Sid... Oh, did you get that?
Am I supposed to get it?
Maybe blow it up or collect it or... Oh, no, okay. Or maybe land on it? There you go. Kaboom! Oh, now go back. Oh, I think you had to stay on the screen while it was exploding. And then
really?
it'll create a path.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. There we go. That's so awesome. He blew apart the playfield. The playfield's all ragged. How did he do that? X. So you already got the E, right?
No.
Oh, okay, because I saw the E on the
I saw
screen.
the E, but...
Ghosties! No ceiling! Very clever level design. So I've got all my games up above now, and I'm thinking of arranging them by developer.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than alphabetical. Because right now they're just random. Wonder which way you have to go. Woo! That's probably the right way. Because the other way would have taken you across to the top. Run!
Oh,
Oof.
just... Okay, this cat is making this very difficult.
Oh, cuddle cat.
Yeah,
Come over here.
Cuddle with him.
He won't. You can't make a cat cuddle. He's like, no, not your lap. Oh, yeah, you can just do it from above. Don't even have to land. See you later, Thomas.
Have a good evening.
Have a good
Thank you for joining us.
evening. Yeah, it's 11:30, 12:30 there, so I can understand that. You run over those gaps? Oh, you can. Okay.
So now I want to go down.
Probably, because you haven't been down.
Ooh. I'm like,
always
that's
wait
right.
for the full cycle of,
Yeah.
of zaps on VHZC
There's a lot
games.
of zaps going on. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't think we have played this.
I have. I remember this level.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you were
did
playing
get
it.
this. I was playing it.
Oh, that's... How do I... Ah! After you get the next letter, we're going to stop.
Okay.
Even though I would like to see the end of this game. Oh,
That's such a
great
Look
green
at the...
colors. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god.
It's not that bad. Just a little freaky.
Yeah.
Like all the scary things.
Those are glowing.
Waha!
Oh, that's so awesome. Wow. Well, you obviously have to go below because you can't make it across the top. You have to go against. Oh, whoa. There you go. Pretty much home free now. Oh, battery. Oh, more whoa, jumping zombies.
That's nuts.
Oh, BR Pocock suggests a Game of the Month club
Yeah.
for AtariAge. You get a random new homebrew. That's interesting. It's like Cheese of the Month club. Wasn't that the bonus that Clark Griswold got?
The cheese of the month?
What did he
Can't
get?
remember.
Or is it jam or jelly of the month instead of his huge bonus?
Jelly of the month? Something like that. Someone in the chat remembers.
We'll know. Yeah.
Jelly of the month club.
He was. Oh, charge it up.
Oh, very nice. I do enjoy
Oh.
that. Thank you.
That's a cool option. You get a random game. But it would have to be, if you did a random game, it would definitely have to be just a tiny bit less than a full game, because otherwise, why would you get a game you may not want or like if, not that you wouldn't get a bad game. Oh my god. If you pay full price, because then you would just pay full price and get it yourself. That is interesting, though. That would be fun. Some sort of AtariAge club will happen. Nice. Opcode Game says it's hard to watch a game like this and not imagine. Oh, I can read it over here. And not imagine how mind-blowing it would have been back in the day, because honestly, this feels totally modern. Just happens to be on an Atari budget. Vladimir's truly a talented game designer. And I've heard that over and over again with new games. And it's like, yeah, it would be mind-blowing to have this back in the day. And some of these games, the technology did exist, like some of the smaller, it depends what era you're talking about. But some of them could exist. Like DPC existed towards the end for
No, that was terrible.
for Pitfall 2, and some of the larger bank switching existed. Oh, you gotta touch that button.
No, do I?
Just gotta make her run for it. There you go. You're safe inside. Oh, okay. I bet you have to go fast. But you just go up and over. Right? Ah! Run!
No, it's down.
Oh, okay.
That's good. Hi.
The Columbia Record Club. Get a game for $1, but be committed to buy 5 more games at above MSRP price. That's right.
Yeah.
One game
above
for $1.
MSRP.
And then the next 5 games are $100 each. Like, does that work out?
Okay, Kat, you're so silly.
Whoa!
Oh!
That
was not good.
It's good you got that a battery recharge. There you go.
Now we're.
Where's the next letter? Oh my goodness. Did you think you missed that E? It was
I think I did. I don't
way back.
remember how to get there. Oh. Figurating it.
Yeah. Whoa. Close. Oh, you're gonna get shot. This is so cool, this effect.
Nice.
So awesome. And
One
I
way,
love
you can't go back.
the triplicate use in the destruction. So nice.
I can't get over that side.
You can go all the way over.
No, I can't. Oh, I can go
You
all the
keep
way
going.
over. I
Yeah.
have to go from the bottom. That's okay.
Okay, we're gonna stop.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna just keep playing this forever.
Yeah. We have to end this.
Such a fantastic
end this.
game. So many good games today.
Yeah. So all these games are in the AtariAge store.
Yes.
Right now, you can order them right now.
Get them for Christmas.
So you've seen 10 games.
Yes.
Good, decent preview
Excellent.
of each of the games.
Yeah.
We have played all of these games on the show, so you can see extended playthroughs.
Yep.
Going back through. If you want to find out more, if you want to make a decision before picking up one or the other. But I think there's just about something for everyone in here.
Yeah.
There's puzzle games.
Yep.
There's action games.
Shooters.
There's ports for arcade games. What a sport game?
Yeah.
I mean, everything
Bowling.
is covered
Yeah.
here. That's for sure. So I would think there's something for everyone. And I love platformers and shooters. So there's definitely those. And you love puzzle action.
I love Bernie.
like
I'm
Robo
so excited
Tito.
to go back to Bernie and
finish
work our
that
way
one.
through all those levels. That's going to be awesome.
So there you go. Another AtariAge Day.
Yes.
2025. Winter edition. We're up to 2 a year now,
Yeah.
which is cool because I
Which is
love
awesome.
seeing all these games come out, and I love seeing the artwork for all these. And wish I had enough room to put all the posters up, but every square inch of our house is covered in something now. It's absolutely full. So I want to thank all the developers who made these games and came on the show, and of course Al.
Yes.
For being the hub of putting all these games, managing, producing them all, and putting them out into the world. It's such a lot of work from start to finish for everyone.
We all wouldn't have access to them without AtariAge. So
No.
shout out to AtariAge, to Al, to
the forums.
people helping him out with making the carts.
Yeah, the artwork, the boxes,
all the developers,
the posters.
all of it is amazing.
Yep,
So
everybody put
amazing.
into
Yeah.
all the work. Yeah, we want an After Dark session with
Yeah,
Vladimir's game.
I want to get through all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know if we can make Tunnels of Hyperion to the end. That one's very challenging.
I feel you'd do it, not me, but
Yeah.
I feel like you can
We'd make
get there.
it.
Yeah.
It would take probably a touch longer. But this one, these types of games, you can make it to the end. You just have to persist.
You have to keep pushing through. Yeah.
So that's it for today on this special edition on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Of AtariAge Day Winter Edition.
Wonderful.
2025.
Everyone's making their lists,
Yeah.
their Santa lists, and checking off the ones they're going to order.
It is that time of year.
It is that time of year.
So you can make a checklist.
Yes.
Not only these games, but the whole AtariAge catalog.
Massive catalog of very, very, very fun games. So.
Yeah, and almost all these games that we played today are developers that have other games on AtariAge as well. So if you like these, you'll probably like their other games, especially VHZC. Oh my God, he's such huge catalog. So we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yes.
We're going to be playing some more 2600 and 7800 games on Tuesday.
Nice.
Now, there's one, we have a exclusive game on Tuesday that we're going to be playing, an exclusive update. Let me just make sure that I know which one that I'm talking about before I
start saying
been
things
so
you shouldn't
focused
be.
on
the
AtariAge stuff. But let's see, web page, there it is. You can always see what's coming up on the AtariAge forums. Crossbeam.
Nice.
Now that was scheduled for later, but I'm moving it up to Tuesday. We're also going to be playing Kinetiscape for the 7800 and the final version of Stone Age for the 7800.
Very good.
And possibly one more in there, because I like to do 3 or 4 in a show. And of course, in December, we have a live video interview with Zachary Scalero, Zack Attack, about the new Pixie Elf Chameleon technologies that everybody's very excited about. And I've seen just about every single developer go, oh, I'm going to look
cool
at that.
Stuff. Yeah.
I think my next game is going to be using Pixie.
Well, we have.
And my 4th game is definitely going to be using Pixie. The one I'm working on is a port. The next one is going to be an original, and I just want to make sure I'm good with assembly for the 2600. And then I'm going to jump, because I've never done C, And so I'm going to jump to C with Pixie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think Al would like to treat the cats. I know it's all shut off, but he said, did I miss the cats getting treats? So I think we can shove in right at the end of the show.
I can turn it on.
Some treat bells, and we can do some, if someone wants to trigger it, James is going to turn it on.
Yeah.
These guys have been so sweet and patient.
I did
well,
give
not
them treats
not that
beforehand,
sweet.
So
Oh, see, that's why they aren't as bad as I thought they would be.
Because I know
thought they'd
them.
be,
I know them.
yeah. I mean, if you don't give them treats, then they definitely will go after
they
Bernie.
go-
Not that it stopped them
They go berserk.
whatsoever.
Okay, so let's turn it all on. And now you can trigger.
Is not couch.
Everyone's
It's not
couch compliant.
Yeah. Oh, and I have to wait.
It's treat time. Yum.
Oh.
Yum, yum, yum.
Well, it's going through the earbuds.
Oh, is it?
And Atari heard it from out in the hall.
Oh, yeah, from the
Going through
earbuds.
Earbuds.
That
It's
is so.
treat time.
It's treat time.
Okay, it's time to bet on the cats. So let's get that going. Who
Yeah,
triggered
thank
that?
you, Beer Pocock,
Pocock.
who also hit the couch compliant button.
Accidentally.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of games are couch compliant.
Yes,
so that
the cats
does
are
work.
couch compliant sometimes.
Oh, they're very couch compliant.
No,
those
stay
cats.
there.
So, time to bet on the cats. We have two cats.
Oh my goodness, we're running out of treats.
We have Atari here in the gray, and we have Sid in the black and white.
Yes.
And how you do this is you pick a cat, and you pick the cat that's going to ring the bell to 10.
Yeah, who's
But-
going to get there first?
But then you pick by how many that cat is going to beat the other cat.
Correct.
By 1 or 2, by 3 or 4, or by 5 plus any cat.
Any cat, because that's quite an extreme.
It has happened, but it's pretty rare.
Quite rare to get a 5+.
But it could happen. So it's a good outside bet to throw just a tiny bit on. Now, this isn't money. This is just channel points, so you don't lose anything. And anybody who's been watching just today will have some points.
Yes.
So you can just throw
5,
tiny
10
bit.
points,
Oh,
I
they're already
think.
on the board.
Excellent.
So got a lot covered. We don't have... Oh, there we
Atari
go.
1, 2, Sid 3, 4.
Yep.
I would say the 1, 2 for both cats is
Are the
pretty common and
But everybody's
a
gonna
pretty
bet on
good
that.
bet. But you never know.
There's
You
still-
never know. Sometimes one cat, like this little gray guy here, who heard the bell ring from the earbud,
He's
and
eager.
he was upstairs. I am not joking.
Yeah.
So he seems fairly eager today. And yeah,
Oh,
Sid,
even on the 5
patient,
plus.
very patient.
There we
yeah.
go.
Oh, good. Oh, the
30 seconds left.
spread is covered. That's
Yep.
good to see.
So no matter what happens, somebody's going to win.
Yeah, that's
Somebody's
what we
gonna-
want to see.
And what you win is channel points,
Yes.
and you can
Ooh,
feed the cats some
big
more.
bets on Atari 3, 4.
Ooh,
Yeah,
huge.
he is pretty excitable right now.
Yeah.
Sid can hide it. He seems quiet. He's more
But
strategic.
he's quite fast.
He can be quite fast.
He's accurate with the bell. He gets distracted though, but also Atari's failing as he takes the treat away. So they both have their downsides and they both have their upsides.
Yes.
Okay, we are ready. The submissions are closed. We've
All
got
right.
the spreads
Let
completely
me get
covered.
the treats in my hands. I need to have them ready to go because they work fast, these cats.
Long show, no catnip. I did give them catnip before the show as well.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I
I
made them calm.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready, cats? You ready?
Yep.
And go!
Oh,
both are off to the races.
Atari and Sid. There you go.
It's 1-1. Now I have to get to 10. These cats need to ring the bell 10 times. You get 1 treat per ring.
That was Atari.
Well, you only get 1 treat.
And
you
that's
have to,
it.
You have to finish your treat before you can
Alright.
ring it again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. And still tied, very close.
Atari.
Very
Sid?
close. Sid's just trailing behind, but I wouldn't say that's trailing yet.
Yeah, not yet. No one's taken the lead. Oh, Sid got there first.
Oh,
and
both.
Atari right behind. Ooh, they're hungry today.
Well, Al, somebody is actually making this kind of into a video game.
Sid? Oh, careful.
Oh my god. Sorry, distracting the cat.
There's Atari.
With actual...
They're neck and neck. You didn't... Did you...
Yep.
Okay, Sid.
Yep.
No!
Oh!
Stealer!
Give it to Sid.
Atari doesn't get a point for
Nope,
that.
he gets penalized.
Sid again. Oh, there's Atari.
Atari 7-6.
Bad Atari.
Atari stealing. You gotta
Red
watch,
card, exactly.
gotta watch these cats. Somebody's making a bell
Sid?
that hooks up to the 2600 that registers the bell rings. But there's some logistics that need to be worked out, though.
Oh, that was both of them.
Both? I couldn't tell yet.
Yeah, there we go.
So we're at game point.
Oh
Sid at
my
9.
goodness.
Does he beat him by 2 or 3? Atari's going for the bell. Oh, he got it. Now he can only beat him by 2.
Oh,
and it's over.
Sid!
Sid beats Atari by 2.
And some treats.
Whiskers.
2 whiskers, because Atari was a naughty kitty.
Naughty kitty. Still would have beat him.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That was close.
So let's see who bet in the Sid 1 to 2 bracket. And it was... That was actually one of the lower bets. So somebody's going to clean house with a ratio of 20 to 1. Gamma Dev and 2 other people split the pot of 26,000 points.
Wow.
That is huge.
Oh, congratulations.
Wow.
Oh, curse you, Atari, so close. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
it was
close.
still 1 to 2, even if Atari hadn't gotten that.
Yeah, it might have changed things, but it still would have been 1. Yeah, so congratulations on the win. And bad Atari. So that's it for us today. A great end with feeding kitties.
Yes, they're very happy now.
He thinks he found one under the
Oh,
couch.
there was 3. One got knocked, so
Oh,
he's probably
okay.
looking for one that got
Oh,
knocked.
you're welcome, Al.
Yeah.
The cats thank you, actually,
Yes.
Al, for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, Pseudographics. I'm surprised Sid 1-2 didn't get more bets.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very low.
Well-
Because Sid usually, in the last little bit, Sid's been winning a little bit more.
And keep in mind, it's not number of bets. Someone can
No.
put a lot of points on one cat, but
Yes.
it not actually be a lot of people.
It changes
So
the ratio. So
it
if you,
does.
If you bet more, you get more of the pot if you put it on the cat.
Yes, yeah.
So you can actually
It's
get
based on the
more of
proportion.
the winnings
Yeah.
against the same people who are betting on the cat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of strategy. So thank you everybody for tuning in today, and thank you to the developers. Thank you to AtariAge for publishing these games, and thank you everybody for watching today. So enjoy all these games if you've already bought them or they're on their way to you. So we will see you again on Tuesday for some more amazing Atari games that are coming out in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Bye,
All right.
everyone.
Have a good
rest
afternoon.
of the
Yes.
Sunday.
Sunday,
And
yeah.
rest of the next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.